You're connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of a time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers. And man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again, okay?
I'll call you back. It's what I do, bitch.
Thank you for calling Insurance Solution. My name is Bella. How are you doing today?
Good, Bella. Listen to me. I have a complaint to make. I hope I have the right number. Just bear with me for a minute. I was at the corner of Lexington and 43rd. The street signs were perverted, ma'am. The little green guy went upstairs to the red guy, and they start going to town with each other. Perverted street signs in the city, ma'am. I thought they were gonna make nice with each other, and before you know it, they start having sex. And all the people that want to just cross the street have to sit there and bear witness to these two computer robots going to town on each other. Perverted robots, ma'am. Can you please help me?
I hope I can help you, but I'm so sorry I can't.
I deserve to be able to cross the street in peace. I should not be subjected to the don't walk guy having sex and oral copulation with the walk guy. Like, they need to have a caucus or a meeting or something and realize what these guys want to do. They should not be having sex in public like that, let alone on a road sign. I just want to cross the street. I don't need to be subjected to seeing this nonsense. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Can I ask the street address or
It was Lexington and 43rd. I got a newspaper. I got a hard roll. I went in to get my MRIs. I come out. I went across the street. The red guy starts blinking. The green guy starts blinking. Nobody knows should they walk, should they don't walk. Next thing you know, the green guy walks up to the red guy, and they start screwing each other right in the street.
Okay.
I don't need this, ma'am. Can you help me?
Okay.
Bella, please help me. How can you help me? Can you get me to the person who controls the computerized street walk signs in New York City?
Yes, I'm gonna connect you now.
Thank you. I'll be waiting. Yeah, I'm afraid to cross the street now. Perverts, ma'am. Don't you say goodbye?
Thank you for calling Insurance Solution. My name is Bella. How are you doing today?
Bella, we just got disconnected. Any luck on helping with the street signs? They're perverted signs, ma'am. The green guy was having sex with the red guy. I just want to cross the street. I don't need to be seeing a digital porno movie.
Yeah, thank you for calling in Amazon. How can I help you?
Hey, listen, I got picked on. I got beat up, actually. I'm out there protesting like everyone else, but because I have a Bring Back Pluto sign, everybody wants to get on my case, but all these people can be supporting their political affiliations and how they feel about certain policies. I just want to bring back Pluto and make it a planet again. So I want to be out there getting Pluto's name recognized again. Did you know that Pluto was taken away as a planet a couple years back? Then it was a dwarf planet.
Yeah.
It's coming back, but it needs people like me to be out there with signs every morning, bring back Pluto. Those people start beating me up, hitting me with the picket signs and flicking cigarettes at me. I'm a good person, damn you.
Thank you for connecting the cancellation department. This is David. How may I help you?
David, listen to me. I really could use the help here. Is there any possible way you could arrange Britney Spears to do the morning show?
It's not possible, sir.
What do I have to do? How much do I have to pay to get Britney?
You have to pay for that $50,000.
Oh, that's it? She comes cheap, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
How do we work that out? What do you want me to do? Mail you $50,000 in tinfoil?
Thank you for calling support. This is Daniel. How can I help you?
Daniel, listen to me. I know this is crazy. I was trying to dig to China. I got stuck underneath some river somewhere. Is there anything you can do? I'm surprised I even get reception right now. I'm underground, bitch.
Sorry?
I was trying to dig to China. I saw it in a movie. If I start digging from New York, I could get to China. Did you know that? I need you to hack into my phone or do something. I'm stuck down here. It's been 2 days without food. Can you help me or not?
Okay. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm underground, bitch. Name? My name's Dean Michael Myers. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm underground.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Yes, sir.
Hello, go ahead, please. Yes.
How can I help you, sir?
I was hoping you could help me. Listen, I want to get to my computer, and there's bats everywhere. Is there any possible way you guys can send over people with, like, a sandwich or a net and remove these bats?
Pardon,
go ahead, please.
Talking about?
My computer, it's all jammed up like blueberries in a muffin. I need help with my computer, but I can't get to my computer because there's a bat hanging out over there. I'm scared of bats, sir. Can you please help me remove the bat from my room, and then I could go to my computer?
All right, sir. I will help you with that. You don't need to worry about that. Can you please let
you will? Thank you.
Doing on your computer? Okay, can you please?
Yeah, it's got like a little fire engine. Every time I turn it on, there's a fire engine. It goes round, 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 and it bothers me. And the cats go hiding. My dinosaur's in the bathroom. I don't even know. That's the end of that conversation.
Thank you for calling Business Financing. My name is Christina. How can I help you?
Christina, we got disconnected. You were going to tell me about all the crazy things you do, right? Do you want to make out? Go ahead, please. Christina? Don't you say goodbye?
Thank you for calling support. You're speaking with Alex. How may I help you?
Hey, I'm hoping you can help me. I don't know who to talk to, but I got to put in a complaint. Listen, I was only hula hooping for 5-10 minutes before the security guards come grab me. Next thing you know, I'm in a room and they have me strip searched, and one guy is like groping my tickle branch. What's going on in this place? All I was doing was having a hula hoop contest with these little kids. Yeah, all right, I'm a little drunk. You got me. But I should be able to hula hoop like anybody. Next thing you know, the security guards are just beating me down. Go ahead, please. What can we do about this? How are we going to make this right? My giggle stick is bruised. Those security guards were extra rough with me, sir. Yeah, go ahead, please. I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
So why the security guard is like grabbing you and
The security guard didn't like me because I'm an older person. I might have drank about, 18 beers, but I could hula hoop. And I started hula hooping, and then the security guards don't like that, and they pull me into that back little room, that little office there, and then they strip search me, and then they start fondling my tickle branch. I'll never be the same. I'm scarred for life. Go ahead, please. You're not responding. What's with all the silence?
Okay.
What's okay? I'm not okay. What's okay?
So where are you right now?
Right now, I'm in my car. I'm outside the store. I'm still shaking up a bit. Those security guards were extra rough with me.
Which store?
There was no reason to strip search me. I didn't steal anything. What? Go ahead, please.
Which store you are right now? Which store you
I'm at the big store, downtown Manhattan. I'm right outside. But listen, they have a couple things that were in my pockets because they strip searched me. I'm lucky I escaped out of there. Otherwise, my giggle stick would be just flapping around in the New York breeze. But I got my pants on. Oh yeah, I got my pants on. But they had my 75 cents. I had 75 cents in my one pocket, and they kept it. And I was gonna buy the hula hoop. That's my lucky hula hoop. It's like half black, half purple. I was rocking it in there. I was like gonna win the contest. And that's another thing. Those girls owe me like $23. Don't you say goodbye?
Hello?
Thank you for calling PayPal support. This is Sam Martin. How are you doing today? Sir, someone is using your information to get into to perform a PayPal amount. There is a PayPal account created on your information, and it is being used from last 2 days. And someone is using your Cash App as well. Do you have any of these accounts, PayPal or Cash App?
Yeah, but I just checked my PayPal a little while ago, and no money was taken out, and I don't use Cash App really. So I think we're good.
You do not?
No, we're good.
Sir, let me tell you, your account is compromised in 3 different states. There are 3 people trying to use it from 3 different locations. The locations are Texas, Maryland, and Washington. And if you're saying that you do not know about these logins and anything suspicious into your account, then it is possible that these hackers are again and again trying to get into your account with your information, and they might do any other mistake.
Now let me ask you a question.
Right?
Can I ask you a question about this?
Yeah. Yes.
How stupid do you feel, Gandu, that you just went through that whole thing and I'm just fucking with you? How stupid are you?
I'm not stupid, sir. You will see for yourself the next 1 or 2 hours that your ID is compromised, and you will get a notice from the nearest police department.
I don't think so. I think you're stupid.
Have a good...
Bye, Gandu.
Okay, no.
Filmilinge.
Thank you for calling Amazon customer service.
Oh, Gandu, you crack me up. You're scared to even say it. Oh, heavens, this is fun, right? I'm going to keep calling you. You love me. Say, oh, take.
Thank you for calling Amazon. How may I help you today?
You're still trying, Gandu. Go home. Get a job. Stop hurting people.
Fuck off, motherfucker.
Oh, I will, but I'll call you right back. I'll call you right back.
Thank you for calling Cash App Support. How can I help you?
Oh, wow, the voice on you. You're funny. Say some funny shit.
Hey, you motherfucker.
I love it. Keep it coming. Wow, there's a lot of you guys there. It's like a Gandu parade in the back.
I'm helping out people.
Oh, you're helping them lose their money, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you're not real good at it, though. I mean, you're talking to me. I think I talked to you the other day.
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay. I was asking you if you ever feel bad. Do you ever feel bad about doing what you're doing?
Or else I'll lick your sister's pussy.
Oh, thank you. Bohat Shakriya.
Thank you for calling Amazon. How can I help you today?
Is your name Jennifer? Can you help me? I had a message from Jennifer that somebody hacked my Amazon.
Thank you for calling Amazon. How can I help you?
Jennifer? Is this Jennifer? Can you help me with my Amazon?
Who is Jennifer?
Jennifer was on the automated... Why do you ask?
Hello, this is Jennifer from Amazon.
I can start a video with you. You have to say, I'm a criminal. I hurt people. Like and subscribe.
No, I'm very sorry. I would not do that, sir. I'm nothing like that.
Okay, then I can't tell you. Yeah, go ahead.
I will subscribe. I will like your channel. I'll also share your YouTube channel.
No, I'd rather.
Me, like, what's your...
I don't need you guys to share it. That's all right.
You don't even have a YouTube channel. You are so dumb, poor boy.
You are connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of a time waster you are.
You want people to empty their bank account.
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers. And man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again. Okay?
Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys had a great 4th of July. Good morning, Take.
Good morning.
Happy July 5th.
What happened?
Everybody must have stayed up late partying last night. You think?
I was out early, actually. I woke up like 3 in the morning and then worked on some shit, and then I fell asleep at around 4 and woke up right at 7.
Wow.
But I didn't do anything yesterday.
Yeah. That's sounds about like my sleep. I've had a rough weekend with sleep. Charlie was sick. Morning Scambaiter Sasquatch, and we took him to the animal hospital. We were up all night on Friday night, or was it Saturday night? No, it was Saturday night, and I still haven't recovered from that yet. Like, my sleep has been messed up ever since, because then I slept most of the day on Sunday, and it's just a vicious cycle I'm stuck in now. So that's what I've been doing.
Bet lagged.
Yeah, exactly. But finally, he didn't eat anything from Thursday to Sunday. Yesterday, he finally ate a little bit of grits, so I raised him right in the South eating grits. So
poor dog.
Yeah, apparently he has a back injury. And then the way it started was on like Thursday night into Friday, he just started like randomly, like basically screaming in pain. So I was like, what's painful? I was like trying to like touch him, see what's painful. Couldn't figure it out. But it was like coming and going. So then I kept waiting, and then Saturday evening, he had like a real bloody stool. So I was like, all right, that's it. We're going to the animal hospital. But they said that he had a severe back injury, but I don't know. I still want to take him to his regular vet because it sounded weird. Like, why? Morning, Takeout. How are you? Morning, Kira Love. Because it's just like weird that he was having so many like not eating and not drinking and not pooping. You know, seems kind of weird for a back injury, don't you think? Morning, Kelly.
I mean, I was just saying I felt sorry for him that you raised him on grits. But if you add all that into the mix, yeah, it's the poor guy.
Yeah. Well, I raised him right in the South, so.
I mean, at least take him to a Waffle House then.
Yeah. But he's normally.
But it's good he's doing better.
Yeah, he's normally a super happy dog. Like, his tail wags, he has a lot of energy, and he's just been like laying there for days, so it's been real sad. So I've been at home just watching him, trying to get some schoolwork done, and yeah, I haven't done a whole lot of work with any scammers because I've just been watching him and trying to recover sleep-wise and recover school-wise, so it's been a boring weekend, but I really was worried the one night though, like I think it was Sunday night. I was like, literally, like, I feel like he's gonna die in his sleep because he was just so lethargic and not like himself. But he seemed better yesterday, so I probably was paranoid. Yeah, I'm hoping Sven can come on. I don't know if he's busy or what. Hopefully he can stop by. If not today, maybe Thursday. Talk about his new video that he did with Scambaiter, because he was instrumental in filing that police case. So it would be very interesting to talk to him, more about that. So maybe he can stop by today or Thursday. So,
yep.
Yeah.
And yesterday I was talking to, I forgot what kind of scammer. Cash App, I think, called me. Or not Cash App, I don't know. I got flooded by scammers yesterday. I mean, they would be calling me at the same time. The same scam. Like, that's how much they call my number. The phone would ring, I'd be on the phone with the scammer, and then there was somebody else in their call center who would be calling the same phone. So I tried to merge them, but all day long I was hit with scammers. And this girl called, and obviously I spoke Hindi with her in the beginning, and she was kind of impressed. And then the conversation went south where she said she would smash my face. And I thought she said, "Do you know Sven?" It was interesting.
Really?
I'm gonna see how the recording came out.
Yeah, that's weird. I would like to hear that.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, yeah, I'm working on a video for Monday. I had something big. I mean, it was big for me. Happened to me, regarding a police raid, insider, etc., etc. So, Deo.
That's what I said, Deo. I mean, I've been, I took it as she wants me, but I've been wrong before in those situations.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, I'm super excited, y'all. I don't know if it's a secret, but I will be actually getting to meet Deo soon in person, so I'm super, super duper excited. I've been trying to think of what I'm going to talk to him about.
I mean, I think everyone there will be happy that I am not going. I can't do it. I really want to go down there, but with COVID and my immune system and the traveling, it's better if I just kind of isolate. So it sucks because I do want to meet most of the people.
Well,
Deo would definitely be one of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna binge watch some Deo so I can know what I can small talk with him about.
I mean, I wouldn't have to binge watch because I'm already all caught up. Where you been? Go catch up on your Deo library. Everybody.
Sorry. Yeah, y'all go catch up on your Deo library. You never know when you run into him. So you need to
get me an autograph when you're down there.
I will. I'll try anyway. Okay,
have him sign a sorry for me. Oh, that would be hot.
Yeah. Deo, will you sign a sorry for Take? Then you can frame it and put it in your house.
Yep, I got a glass wall where I have all the memorabilia and the scammer headquarters in my little world. It's on a glass wall. Imagine if I could hang up a sorry and the sorry was signed by Deo. Then
you could tell Deo that his sorry was on your floor, like you tell the you tell the scammers.
Right. Oh, speaking of that, the day before yesterday, I was on the park bench where I make a lot of my calls, and I'm screaming at Amazon, and I said, there's a guy dressed in a baby blue sari, and he's chasing people around, and he's trying to tug on their twiggenberries, and I'm screaming at him, and this idiot is drunk, and he's laying down on the grass, and you can hear him yell, "Hang up!" And then he gets so mad, he walks away, and then he comes comes back to me and sits next to me on my bench and starts saying that he's worried about my mental health.
Oh my God.
So, I mean, I was kind of scared because he was so close to me, and I didn't want to start a fight. So I was just saying, what I told him what I'm doing, and you could smell how drunk he was, Thunderbird wine galore. Like he just drenched himself in cheap wine for days, and yet I'm the mentally ill one. So I told him that he needs to call into the show. So I gave him your channel. Maybe he'll sub to you, and hopefully he'll come on the show and tell his story.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Well, yeah, good luck with that one. I'll shut up and you guys talk. I hate that guy.
Which guy? Oh, this one that said about mental health. Well, if he was drunk, he didn't know what he was talking about, so.
Well, he might have had some truth, but who the hell is that guy to tell me?
Yeah. All right, let me see if Sven will come on. Sven, I'm about to call you.
Who's Sven?
Sven.
I never heard of no Sven.
Let's see if he will answer. Okay, that's a good, super good tip, Shadow. I will just ask him about wrestling.
Hello. Thanks for calling technical support. How may I help you?
Hello. Well, we have the big star on the line, y'all. Star in the house. Just last week, you were just a small channel. Now you're a big channel. Overnight. You're an overnight sensation.
I mean, just a minute. My dog is barking.
Take, you're there, right?
No, my dog is barking. Just you.
Oh, okay. Morning, B.
Yep. Hello. Hello, everyone. Thanks for calling technical support. How may I help you?
Well, we would like to know all about working with Scambaiter, working with the police. Tell us all the inside news about this video that went down.
So it was really interesting. So Nanobaiter, actually, he's in the chat, I guess. I don't know if he's in there.
Yeah, I saw him. His dog.
So basically, he got the first initial access to the call center, and then so everyone it's not only 3 people or 4 people actually did it. It's like whole everyone actually did it. Everyone literally did all the thing. So we got the access to he got the access to the CCTV, and then Scambaiter dropped a message to Punjab police on Twitter. And after that, we were expecting nothing, to be honest, because I've been reporting to the police since the beginning. I guess since I was scambaiting, I always report every proof I get. I actually inform it to the police and then file a case against them and do some things. But I never get any response through anyone. So yeah, and after that, And after that, I wasn't expecting anything. So Scambaiter said they actually did respond, and I'm giving your number to them, so you can actually contact them since you have a +91 number and everything. So yeah, I contacted them through WhatsApp. They contacted me first. He was calling me that day for at least 15 times. He called me on WhatsApp. He called me onto my he called my phone, and I did not answer. I was busy doing some other stuff, and I was really busy doing that things. And then I checked my phone and I saw, oh my god, this guy really did respond. And I had to go. And I called him back. He actually asked me to provide the proofs and everything. And I asked Nanobaiter. He provided some proofs. Scambaiter provided some proofs. And CCTV footage was really helpful. CCTV was really helpful. And then we submitted everything. And then next day he calls me. And we happened to get onto a Google Meet where I show him everything, this is what is happening, and this is what this is what all we have, and these are the victims and everything. And they were like, yeah, we will look into it and definitely contact you back. And still, even at that point, I was like, I was like, okay, we never know if he responds. Like I was waiting. I thought he will actually take like 1 month or 2 months till then we'll actually be looking at watching them, monitoring them, saving victims and everything. But it literally changed everything. Like all of a sudden, everything is changed. Yeah.
Like, I mean, that was amazing. It was so suspenseful, and it's amazing that the police hung in there that long with you because, you know, they're on the phone with you guys because I saw the videos, and it was like they're waiting, and then the boss goes out, I mean, apparently to smoke or whatever, and doesn't come back right away, and the cops still hang in there. What do you think the cops responded to you so quickly? Like, what's different about this time that they would hang in there this whole time with you? Like, they really wanted to bust, it seems like, huh?
So here is the thing. So basically, we provided the proof, which, like, you know, it's like clear shot. Like, you can say like we actually reported everything. People know that they're actually scamming and everything. So let's just suppose you are the police officer. You go into the call center and you ask them, like, what are you gonna say to them? You're scamming, and he'll ask you, how do you know? And you have no proofs.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason. I don't have enough proofs. Okay, even if you support this, like someone actually, like, you know, the backdoors and everything, which I would not like to mention, like if you actually get the proofs and submit it to them, like for suppose you actually submitted it to them, if you even show that proof to him, he'll be like, how are you so sure it's me? Like on the screen, you don't see his face. His face is covered. I mean, you never see his face. Even while you're actually watching his screen or something, he'll be like, it's not me. It could be someone else. Like it's like straight away it's gone. Like the case will be closed. Okay, for suppose, yeah, even let us assume that the scammer was so weak and so afraid of police, and they actually arrested him and then filed an FIR and everything. They have to produce them in the court.
Mm-hmm.
And court will ask in court they'll ask the first question will be like, how do you know this is the same guy that actually scammed this person? Because I don't see any face. He never mentions his name was never mentioned, and all you have is a screen recording of him scamming. So this could be anyone. Mm-hmm. How can I be sure that you are actually not trapping him, right?
So you're saying this time, all of your ducks were in a row, so to speak. Like everything was executed perfectly, and the police knew that they actually could have concrete evidence, right?
Yeah, concrete. Like it was like completely. We were actually sure of it. Like completely, it was really sure. So he calls me back, and I was expecting at least a 3 or 4 day, for 4 days. Like I do it like I do it because maybe there's 1% of hope, you know.
I'm just kidding. Like I know this is an amazing, very unique situation. That I mean, it would be nice if you could do this every single day, all the time. You know, like if every single call was executed exactly that way. I mean, you guys just went nuts over there. And I mean, will those people, do you think that they will do time because of this?
Sorry, I missed your question.
Like, will the people actually, obviously they got arrested, but we hear stories of people getting arrested and then getting out very quickly. Is there a way that we can get follow-up on this? Like, will they stay in jail for a longer period of time this time? Because your evidence and your work was so diligent.
So this time they're still in jail. Till now, they actually, I don't know about the court sequence, but they're still in the jail, actually. So we're actually trying to contact Microsoft or maybe Best Buy or something, so they can if they actually give up a statement saying that they don't work for Microsoft or they don't work for Best Buy. So it's a clear log there. They'll be logged. So till now they're in jail right now. That's what at least the police officer says. And yeah,
awesome.
We are waiting to close them completely. Like at least I mean, we got them raided, so they're actually shut down for next maybe I don't know how much time. They're still in jail, so maybe they can actually come out on bail because we still don't have one, like to make. He said to make the case stronger, you need a statement from a victim or the particular company they're actually pretending to be. But if actually victim gives a statement, maybe he has to come and fly to India, and which is really hard to get them here, and then again, present in front of the court and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, if it was a big enough amount of money, I think somebody would fly over there, but they may not do that for, a few $100s.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, that's. I mean, he just lost like some money, and then why would he actually spend some more money and just come back here, which he's even not sure if he's gonna get the money back or something. Like, yeah, but still, if they actually give a statement, maybe there's a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how did it feel when you were like waiting to see them raid? Like, did you at all feel like bad for them, because like any second now their life is going to change for the worse? Like, how did you feel watching them?
To be honest, I didn't actually feel any sad for them, because they actually don't feel bad while scamming people, right?
Yeah.
So they never actually they never actually hesitate to take money from them. So completely pointless. And there's a question called if they can't Zoom call. Yeah, no, I mean, we never know. I was just expecting the worst case scenario. Maybe there's a possibility of a video call or something, but I don't know. Like, I was just expecting some worst case scenario where we actually have to get the victim over to India and then have him presented in the court and then give the statement and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, if Microsoft or Best Buy or maybe any other company, like who they're actually pretending, if they don't respond, I might have to go for the victim thing.
And so just about everybody that worked there was arrested. They happened to be there that day, but that Rundy wasn't working. I noticed that girl who sits in the corner, she was off, I guess, right?
Yeah, she was off. Yes. Nanovator, you know about her.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, exactly. Lucky bitch. But yeah, she was off that day, right?
Yeah, like there were 8 people all the time, but yeah, they're off. But these are the 4 core people. Like, these are the 4 main people who actually run everything.
Yeah.
And they were off.
Yellow bucket. There was a yellow bucket in the back.
Whatever. So that was the end. We were like, I don't know, like, even on the day of the raid, he actually called me like so many times. I don't even have a count. Like, he kept on calling me. I did not respond because I was busy with some other things. And then I checked my phone and I was like, oh my god, he called me so many times. Like, then we actually realized, like, he's really he's really into something. He's desperate to get them arrested, no matter what he's gonna do. But he's just want them arrested. So I called him back. And he's like, he was like, are they gonna work today? And I'm like, yeah, I guess they're gonna work today. Like, just like how when do they start working? He was like, when do they start working? And I'm like, around 8 or 9. I'm not pretty sure. And he was like, okay, 8 or 9. Okay, all right. And then I actually called Nanobaiter and Scambaiter again, and they asked them when they actually come in, and then when is the perfect time to raid. So then they said 10 or 11, that's when the boss is in there. So I asked him, and I told them 10 or 11, the boss will be there. And yeah, they were waiting. They were waiting with the whole police. I guess there were like so many people. I thought like there will be, he told me 5 people are outside there just to get them raided, but there were like more than 5 people there. Some are in the civil uniform, like, normal dresses, and some are like in the uniforms. And the moment that Mohit guy actually came back. Oh my god, who is this guy spamming in the chat?
I don't know.
Yeah, Naked, what are you doing, Naked? Come on, Discord me private. It sounds like you got some interesting content, but this is not the way to do it.
Yeah. Interesting content.
Jesus, Naked.
Well,
so
go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, Naked distracted me.
No, yeah, but my like, Jesus, he's back. Or no, more hidden. But forget about Naked. Naked, just like I said, email me privately, please. So then, is it common for them to, like, they took out the electric? I mean, there was no internet service, obviously, and is that standard when there's like a raid that way? That's the first time I ever saw that. Although it was one of the first raids I've ever really seen. But is that standard for them to kill the electric? I mean, they took it serious with all the work you guys and evidence you guys provided them. They were right on point. It was like a serious thing, killing the power in the building. They were taking it very serious.
Yeah, I mean, yes, like I don't know if it is standard or something, but yeah, you know, they actually cut out the power. There are few reasons for that. Like they, first thing, if there's a defamation thing that's in that law we have. So like when they actually show their faces and I mean, yeah, police like to work in private. So when okay, I'm not. I think I'm gonna spoil something my next videos, but yeah. So when I was when I actually went inside like an insider and collected the proof and submitted to the police, they actually said that they like to work in private, like rather than people watching them.
He muted. Dog must be barking again. Naked bots are not hot.
I mean, after Sven has to go, then let's get naked on. Talk in person.
Go ahead.
My God, I'm sorry. So they said that they will. I asked them if I can actually film the raid and everything if they're gonna do it. They're like, maybe we cannot do that because we will never disclose our investigations and everything. So I thought like maybe they have some kind of thing there. So maybe that's the reason why I actually shut down the power. Like when they actually entered the building, they actually entered the wrong floor in the wrong room. Like on the address, we actually see that it's like room number 216, but they're actually in room number 115. I don't know. It's something in the first floor. I don't remember. So in the first floor. So they went to 216. They shut down the power there. They saw 5 people sitting over there, but they're not scammers. So he called me and he was like, they're not in 216. I'm in 216. Literally at that moment when he called me, I was asking everyone, are you sure it's 216? And everyone was like, yeah, it's 216, man. That's on the board and everything. And I'm like, okay, there must be a secret door inside the call center through which they can try. They are actually hiding. I was literally thinking this. And then I actually say, police officer, sir, there is an emergency exit over there, and opposite that there is a door, and I don't see anyone over there. And he's like, I'm still there. And then he goes back to the first floor, and I say, sir, I see you. Are you in the black shirt? And he's like, yeah, I'm in the black shirt. And then he says, yeah, we found them. And then they actually shut down the power in the first floor, and then they go in, and before the police officer hangs up the call, he's like, are you Mohit? Gone. At that moment, he actually disconnected. He said that, yeah, we actually caught them. And I'm like, sir, I was so excited. You can actually hear that in the video. So that's what happened. That day was so suspenseful and everything. So in between, there were like so many disruptions. Like we had to, we were unable to provide CCTV access to the police officers. Then Jim Browning gives a suggestion saying that we can actually do like he gave a really good suggestion, which actually helped us, which was easier, and it actually helped us. So we gave that access to police officers. Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice that they took you guys so seriously. I mean, you guys put so much work into it, and you had everything, right there for them. So it was just awesome to see that the police were working so intently with you guys. I mean, I was impressed. I mean, it's for them to listen to you guys and take you guys seriously. I mean, you guys made such a huge difference. I mean, you guys have to feel good.
I mean, I would say it's just first step for us. I would say, like, for anything, it's just first step. Like, I mean, yeah, raids have happened before, but yeah, definitely in future, maybe we'll get more raids. Maybe we can actually try to get them more. Like this time, completely lock them into prison, like for 3 or 4 years or something. I don't know. Just want to lock them in the prison for all they do, because they're like, sometimes I do feel pity. Like I do feel like, okay, these guys literally have no education. They have their family situation. They're scamming people, but at the same time, they're actually stealing some other's money without any. They actually start scaring them, saying that I'm gonna send police to your house. If you don't send it, I'm gonna delete your computer. Like that actually makes me like, bro, you're literally feeding off her, and you're saying that you're gonna delete everything off her computer. Like it actually pisses me off, and that's where I actually lose all the pity, all the sympathy for the scammers. I don't care even if they're suffering at that point.
Yeah. It seems like there's been a lot of raids lately, which is awesome. Have you noticed that?
I mean,
or is it just because we've been talking about it?
Nah, like it really does happen. Like you don't know, like every day there is a call center that's being raided.
Yeah.
Like there is a call center. We don't know. It's not even in the articles. It's somewhere.
Yeah.
it's definitely happening.
Well, you talk to enough scammers over and over and over again, and I think 1 out of maybe 200 that I talk to seem a little either knowledgeable about what happens or nervous. That if you speak a little Hindi to them and you start mentioning things and dropping seeds, they get a little nervous maybe. But for the most part, 99.9% of the people I talk with kind of have the attitude, you'll never find me, come get me. I can keep doing this. No one will ever catch me. So I love it when you guys do what you do, and especially what happened, 6 weeks ago with Trilogy Media and Jim Browning and the, pranking them and shutting them down. If more and more of this keeps happening, hopefully it'll spread some fear into these guys.
Yeah.
Because right now they're kind of like feeling untouchable, in my opinion.
It's not all about fear and everything. It's basically, people don't know that they're actually getting into scamming. So once they actually get into scamming, they get addicted to the free, easy money,
Yeah.
Like easy, like they sit on the call, they actually call someone and they're like, okay, I'm getting like 1 lakh rupees, like, 100,000 rupees is like so much. You can actually survive for 2 months in there, in any city you live. 100,000 rupees.
They're not afraid of getting caught. They're not afraid. It's well tolerated there, right?
They are afraid of getting caught. The only thing is they're so confident that that police can't catch them. That's what they think. But they're very afraid of getting caught. Like if you say, I'm talking from police department of so and so city, and you live in there, they literally get scared inside, but they never express that. So some scammers are like, okay, what are you gonna do about it? I'm not scared. So but still, deep inside, he's so scared because they do know what happens to their career if they actually get caught. It's not only scamming they do. They might have a real job and they still do scamming.
Yeah.
Right. I've been learning that too. Part-time.
Yeah, part-time scammers, It is a thing. So yeah, they definitely are scared. It's not like they're not scared. They're even scared of this, if any of the victims actually knows their location, where they live and everything, and file a case or just report it to the police, they're done. They're literally done.
Mm-hmm.
The case is actually considered. It's not like they're actually going to throw the case somewhere else and they're not going to do anything. They do something. They actually try to get them arrested. But the only thing is, they have to provide. Like we are discussing here, we're providing the proofs. But the thing is, they have to go there, tell them that I have a proof that you are actually scamming, so you are under arrest. Like they have to show the warrant, right? Like why are they being arrested?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. They have to show the FIR first before they're actually getting arrested. So to file the FIR, you need some proofs, or you need a statement, a proper statement from someone, or if you get a statement from someone else who is not a victim, you need to have the proof that they're actually scamming, or maybe they actually did the crime. So this thing all comes under the law and things. So there are many loopholes in there. I was talking to the officer and I asked him, like, why, like you guys responded, why doesn't the people in Kolkata or New Delhi or in Gurugram or maybe some other place, why do they not respond? He literally said only one thing, like, we don't have enough proof in our hands. And also, we on the paper, like when you actually see that on the paper, it's completely different. The proof that you have to.
So there was more proof this time with the way you guys executed it. It has nothing to do with the police department in this area being less corrupt than in the other cities, right? It's just because you guys provided more proof.
I would say, like, not every police is corrupt. Like, there are some idiots, of course, yeah. But I don't know if these people actually did respond. So I was like, yeah, I cannot say actually who are corrupted and who is not. I mean, you can actually see Jim Browning's videos and some other videos where actually the huge companies actually they get shut down, they get raided. You see the articles in there, you see everything in there. But the reason they actually come out is because the only reason they actually come out is because they actually have a legit part of the company in there as well, which they may have a bad reputation, but they still have the legit part of the company.
Right.
Trust me, guys.
Like
Fairmark Travels, the first ever call center. Okay.
Did they offer you guys like big time jobs where they pay you like 5 million rupees a year?
So Scott asked the question: why don't police investigate and find proofs? Isn't that the so there are not only there's not only scamming that is actually going on in India. Like that is not the only cybercrime. There are many cybercrimes. Sometimes they have cyberbullying. They have money being stolen from their own bank accounts.
Yeah, well, that's same for America too. Like Scott,
it's like
they just
it's not like you only have this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have different you'll actually see if you actually go sit in the police station, like you'll actually understand like there are so many cybercrime polices that are actually coming every day. They have to solve each and every case. Like they have to try to solve every case. There are like millions of cases, like hundreds of cases pending in the police station because of like some lack of proofs, or maybe some are like literally dead or something. If you actually watch this Carl Rock's video where he actually exposes Indian job scam, where you have to fill forms, and even though if you fill it with 90% accuracy, they have to pay the double amount. They actually lie about it.
I still think the Scott brings up a good point, though. I mean, it took four YouTubers to do what you would hope that somebody that is paid to do that would do. I mean, you four worked your asses off and weren't even really getting paid for this. I mean, it would be nice that somebody besides four YouTubers were taking it as serious as you guys do. I mean, if you guys didn't exist, these guys would still be there hurting victims. Bottom line, in my opinion.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So yeah, like we were able to do this because
Oh, welcome back, Naked.
Oh my God, this guy! Why is he coming back? Someone banned him.
I don't know, Sven. We told you not to let your family come in. We know
sorry.
you're a big star now, but come on.
I'm sorry. So that was the thing. So even the Fairmont Travels, if you remember the Jim Browning's first raid thing, he actually got that center raided.
Right.
So even that guy's still trying to he got defamed a lot at that point. His legit company got defamed. So yeah. So like he's really trying to get out of that thing. Like he was saying, like we are not the scam company, we are the legit company and everything. Like, why would someone actually believe you? Because you literally were scamming in your office, right? The reason why actually Fairmont Travels is back. Fairmont Travels itself is not a scam company. It's like a legit company. In the same behind that there's a scam company owned by the same guys.
Right. There's a lot of those like that. Like the Met Technology wasn't that one too. Like they did the web design and such on one side and the scam on the other side.
Yeah, that's like the thing, like the legit companies do. We cannot actually do anything with the legit companies unless they do straight away fraud. If there is a straight away fraud, like they're like literally stealing the money from people like in the name of the legit company or like the shell company, I would call them. Then they're actually fraud.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like there are many things that we actually don't know. Like there are many things like for the police officers to deal with. They have to deal with the cases in station. Some they actually reported on the website, and some actually someone actually provides proofs like through Twitter or something. Some cyber like the hacks go on. Like they have to deal with if a company gets hacked, they have to deal with that as well. There are many things. There are many things for them to deal with. To answer Scott's question, that's the thing. And also Indian police force is not that huge. It's not that big. So yeah.
Do you have any information on Sunset saying she didn't understand Jim's last video? All the evidence was there, but the cybercrime police let him go. Do you know anything about that?
I have very, very little idea about that. I don't know. I'm not sure about it, to be honest. I know something, but I'm not sure. Yeah. Maybe there are some other complications, or there could be different ways. Like there could be. There is enough proof, but maybe the police officer got paid off. We don't know. We can actually just assume that they actually got paid off.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm assuming like we don't know that it, like we all we saw is the video. We don't know actually what it is going on. So I don't actually like to give any statement over there at this point.
I can understand.
Yeah, that is.
I thought PJ brought up a good point. She said that if we would just if the police won't get involved, we should just like call their mothers and tell them because that would probably hurt them more than the police.
Actually, before this video before the video that I uploaded on the channel yesterday, before it was about to come out, I actually got a real life information of this guy from his in a call center. I actually literally called his all cousins, his mom, his dad, and everyone, and I informed that he's scamming.
Oh my gosh, how did they react?
Yeah, they literally were they actually defend. In the beginning, they actually did defend their their son, but but here is the thing. This is really amazing. They actually they defended the point their son, and as I kept on explaining that, said this is what is happening. Ask your son where is he going every day during night times. Like he's still studying. He's still in his he's not done with his graduation. Who actually gave him the job? Where is he getting all his money from? You're not asking him and everything. Like I just spoiled another video. Okay, nice. So yeah, so everything like they actually, and the next day in the call center I don't see him.
That's
awesome. I don't see him in the call center.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't see him in the call center.
Yeah, that's awesome. They probably got hold of him.
The shame is it runs deeper than any kind of police arresting them, I would think. Like PJ made a good comment before.
Yeah,
I did call the moms and everyone.
Yeah, that's great.
She was.
Yeah, that's.
His mom was like, "My son is very young. He won't do it. He's really nice and everything." His mom, like, of course, mother's love. They don't believe anything.
Yeah, he's really nice. You should have sent a recording of him lying to an old woman and then have her tell you he's really nice.
I mean, his dad was really into like the thing. He was able to understand what's going on. He asked like his son was. I guess he, at the time he was in the call center. He was at the home. He was just sitting there. Probably, I don't know. Maybe his dad was warning him, or his mom was like belting him. I don't know. I'm not sure what happened, but the next day I don't see him in the call center anymore. I thought like I would actually talk to him for a while, and then I'll actually get to know like what happened and everything. I want to ask him where the call center location is, and maybe if he could act as an insider for like 3 to 4 days or something and get all the proofs, and then I can actually submit it to police. But still, yeah. Here is the thing, guys. I reported, like, if you actually check my community post, there's a post where I actually say that like there is a case in Gurugram, like they did accept my case, right? So here's the thing. After I filed the case and everything, the same call center disappears. Like they disappeared for 3 days, and then I see some people, some computers popping up, but after that, I see nothing. And again, I see them after like 2 weeks working. So they have real, like the boss is not arrested at that point. Like even assuming if they actually get raided, the boss is not arrested, or maybe they got tipped, like someone actually tipped them like they're gonna get raided or something, and then they actually migrated to some other building, or the police officer just got bribed. Like these are the 3 options that we get. So whatever it is, I actually destroyed their operation for like 1 week. I mean, not destroyed, but just stopped it for 1 week or something. It was really good.
Yeah, even stopping it for 1 week is good, but obviously we'd prefer if it went down completely. But
I mean, the boss has to be stopped. Like like in these call centers, the bosses don't actually be in there. Like we had the boss in the same call center, like in the video. So yeah. It's not possible to get the boss arrested sometimes. Someone actually, CJ, actually says like all the time the agent get arrested, but the boss actually stays safe.
Yeah.
Like it's true in some cases because they never come into the call center. Why would some random boss actually come and sit in the call center just to monitor them scamming rather than just receiving money in the morning?
Yeah, it's true.
Right. I mean, that's what these people always want to tell me they made $50,000 in 1 day, and I'm like, no, you didn't. Your boss would have made that much, maybe, but you're not going to make that much if you're picking up the phone, right? $50,000 in 1 day, American.
Yeah, I mean $50,000, bro. We can actually $50,000 is so much, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's a lot for anyone, even Naked, who's getting lots of subscribers right now in our chat, doesn't make that much.
Oh my god, this guy! Oh my god, who is this guy, bro? Not today. Come back tomorrow, please. Okay.
I don't think it's a person. I think it's some kind of bot or something.
They're here for you
It's
guys.
definitely a bot.
They appreciate your work.
He's creating मेरा बेटा scamming क्यों कर रहा हो son my son why are you scamming I didn't imagine like after I talked to his father like he actually takes his son to his room, takes out his belt, and his son is like sorry dad, and he's like he starts beating him, bro. I mean I don't know.
Do they spank
He jumps onto the bed and
do children get spanked in India?
I don't know. I don't know. How would I know that?
Well, you know, a lot of people do. Do any of them have? Did anyone get spanked as a child?
I mean, I don't know. I spank my dog. So basically, my dog is my child. So I spank my child. So, yeah, it's fine.
What? PJ said, was that your special project? I think she's referring to when you went to Delhi.
I mean, I would rather say that's a secret thing. Oh, unfortunately, we never got them raided. But yes, I guess that's a big project, and I would not like to reveal anything more about that thing now. I actually literally spoiled everything about that, and yeah, that's actually a special thing. That's a really good thing. The reason why I did not upload for 1.5 months on YouTube is because I was working on that thing, and like getting all. Try to get down everything, Oh my god, Naked is back.
Yeah, he's spying on you. Just be careful. He might have been sitting next to you in the call center.
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We can just ban him. Let's just ban him. Wait.
He only comes when you're here. What's up with that?
No. Wait, what? It's a scammer trying to shut down a stress stream. No, it happens to scambaiters channel when it's not okay. Yeah, CJ, only you can block him on the channel. Just click on the block if you see the block.
How do you get? I don't see a block. I see.
Just report him, guy. Everyone report him.
Yeah. I don't know how to block.
Oh my god, how many accounts?
There's no block options. There's only report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user on this channel. I got that. There's no like block though.
Okay, maybe it's in your channel settings. You can actually do that later then.
I don't have ban authority. I don't have ban authority either. I'm not on the spot anyway. I must have to go into some setting and do it because there's no option to ban them on the spot.
Yeah, you have something in your channel thing where you can actually do it, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, CJ, just now I crossed you. How do you feel about that?
You crossed me? What'd you do?
In subscribers.
Oh, I know. I'm happy for you. Because now you can help, now you can promote me on your channel and then I'll get subscribers, so it's all good. Right?
Yeah. Only if you pay me, I'll promote you. I'm a paid actor, Just pay me and I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only one he helped out is Naked. I get it.
Yeah, I know. You do only help out.
Oh no. 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 So, yeah, that day was really awesome. I don't know. I keep talking about to my dad and my mom, but they're like, it's just one time you did it, and I'm like, yeah, I just did it one time. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It was like really awesome. You have no idea. Like maybe on the video you actually did not. Maybe it's not that immersive, but we were in the voice chat. Everyone was waiting for them to get raided, and I shouted like, "Oh my god, you have no idea!" Like I literally shouted like, I was shouting, and Nanobita knows about that thing. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Well, we're super proud of you. So we're glad that you're finally getting more recognition that you deserve.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's all because of Stanley.
I should have gotten your autograph before you got big. Now you won't talk to me anymore.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm not. Who are you? Okay, you just had my voice in your stream, so you have to pay me. The copyright, or I'm gonna strike this video for unauthorized use of my voice in your stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. So.
I just want to point out that technology hacking is amazing, and the other thing that some of us do is just human hacking, and it's also effective as well, don't you think?
I mean, every way you actually do scam baiting, like any way. It could be flooding, it could be wasting time, it could be like doing anything, any other stuff. It is really effective. So trust me, let me take this example here. So I actually do watch scammers scamming, right?
Yeah.
So imagine if you actually hook to him and talk to him and make him believe that you're actually going to give him some money. He'll ask you to go to Bitcoin machine or something. The whole scam actually takes around like 2.5 hours.
Right.
So suppose there are rarely you actually get 2 to 3 calls in a day if it's not a good call center, or if it's a very good call center you can actually get more calls. So for suppose even though if they actually get more calls, if you keep on hooking them to that thing, after 2.5 hours they actually lose interest on you, and if you don't reveal, they keep waiting for the next day that you're going to call them and you're going to answer them and then you're going to give them the money. You actually wasted 2 days of their thing, and you actually save other maybe after your call he actually gets another call.
Right.
You actually saved someone. You actually wasted their time. You actually saved someone.
Yep.
It's effective. Everything is effective. It's not only one thing is completely effective. This is only the way you actually destroy them. It's not like that. Flooding will flooding will help you. Scam baiting, wasting their time will help them. Will help you. There are many other ways. Every way it is helpful. It's not like only one way is gonna help you or something.
That call center that you guys got shut down, that we've been talking about, how much were they making a day on average, do you think?
If we checked the last 4 months of their the payment thing, they actually scammed around $400,000, I guess.
So almost $500,000 in 4 months.
Yeah.
American.
Almost.
So wow. So that's all that money that right now daily people are being saved. They're not getting scammed by those idiots.
Okay, how often do you see baiters as you are watching them? Rarely, to be honest. It's a rare case scenario. I don't see many baiters. One time I actually saw Take actually talking to a scammer, to be honest. I never told him, but I saw him talking to one of the call centers that I had.
That's awesome, Take.
Yeah, I mean, well, it was talking dirty. Was it a rundy? What's going on there? Was my Hindi bad?
You were just screaming at her, bro.
Oh, good. That makes sense. Yeah.
I hope I had the recording, but yeah.
That's pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a baiter you legit thought might be a victim? Oh my god, yeah, that happened to me many times actually. You know what happens with the baiters? You actually think that they are actually victims, and you actually keep calling them for them to respond, but they actually block your number, and you feel like,
well,
oh my god.
That's how we met you. If I'm not mistaken, that's how we met you that time. I mean, you kind of called GF back, and you thought he was a victim, and you were telling him that you were watching Amazon or something, right?
Yeah, that was that's how I met. Okay, yeah. I mean, what if it was not Genesis? What if it's someone else? What if it was CJ? Would you actually do say that would you actually call back?
Yeah, and I think Recon had called me one time when I was baiting or at least pranking or whatever I do. He had called me.
Yeah, it does happen.
I mean,
it does happen.
You never know who's watching,
Yeah.
You never know.
I'm literally, I was like, oh my god, Take is literally shouting at her.
Yeah.
What is the process of getting a CCTV cameras of that center? I don't think so. I'll actually reveal that. I mean, to be honest, it's I don't know properly. I know only the 50% of it. I actually don't know I don't completely know about that. It's It's complicated. I can't explain.
Well, I mean, you guys make it look easy, but it's not something that can be done all the time, right? Hacking into their cameras.
I mean, if they have, maybe we have a chance, but we don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it could be really tough if they have really secured it. So, I don't know.
And aren't a lot of the CCTV cameras controlled by the building, not the call center?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Like, aren't a lot of the CCTV cameras like they weren't necessarily set up by the scam call center? They were set up by the owners of the building. You know what I mean? Because they're renting a space from the building.
Yeah, that's what happened with this call center. It was CCTV for the building, not for the room, the call center. It was CCTV for the building because, the scammers wasn't watching the CCTV at all. And why would you actually have a CCTV in front of the door when you want a CCTV inside your call center?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes it is with the building, and sometimes it could be with the the scammers themselves. I don't know, because I mean, I don't understand. Maybe scammers are so stupid to actually have CCTVs in the call center because that's a straight proof they're actually scamming.
Yeah, I think
because you record the screen, you watch the CCTV, match the audio, and done.
I just don't think a lot of them have a choice because they run out of space in the building, and the building put them up.
Yeah, maybe sometimes they just want to, that's just weird. Like the things, yeah. Maybe they have CCTV because they don't want the agents to basically sneak in a phone in there, or maybe sneak in a pen drive in there, or maybe sneak in some other things which they can actually steal all the information and then just give it to the police. Some people are so paranoid about money that maybe the agent is like stealing the money. He actually got the money. He's stealing it. Maybe that's a possibility.
Yeah. But a lot of these... Sorry, go ahead, Take.
I mean, if I was renting a space in one of those buildings, like say in the Global Tech Park or wherever that was, if I went there and wanted to pay them, say, $400 a month for a space to rent or whatever, you're saying that the landlord would maybe have a camera in the space that I'm renting?
No.
That's what I think.
He can't. He might have. If you're actually renting the place, he might have cameras, outside the building, but inside it's again the privacy thing. Why would you put
that's what I was gonna say. I can understand having cameras in the lobby and outside, but the cameras that are in the call center, I mean, why would they want that? I guess why would they want to have cameras there if they're doing illegal activity?
Yeah, you are like leaving. It's like you murdered someone and you actually recorded them in the phone, and then you are like, oh my god, look at this, I murdered someone.
Right. Yeah. Talk about being stupid, right?
Yeah, that's like the stupidest thing that I'll actually do. I don't know. Sometimes, I mean, it's like really exciting to watch them on CCTV. To be honest, like literally, oh my god, yes, you're watching them. Look at this
guy. You guys do that. That's my favorite part of the whole scam baiting world is watching you guys that can hack into the systems and watch them.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like, to be honest, the video which we did, it's not like it's not like one man's or like three people's effort. It's like, everyone coming together, like trying to try different things. It's not like one person can do it. It's like everyone has to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, how long can a single person actually go? Like, what if scambaiter never contacted the Punjab police? This might not have happened.
Right.
Or maybe I did not actually answer the phone call and they did not call them back. This might not have happened. What if Nanabader never got this initial access?
Right.
It might have never happened. So yeah, it's everyone's thing.
Well, you have to, the other thing about the building, just from my opinion, of course it's not always true, and I could be wrong in a lot of cases, but like the buildings are like owned by millionaires. It's like the Flatiron Building in New York or something. They're owned by these millionaires, so they can afford to have cameras throughout the building. You know what I mean? To make sure that nothing, like there's a fire or someone gets assaulted or something like that. So I do think in some cases some of the CCTV might be from, especially in like the EcoSpace building or the Genesis building, like these big buildings in Kolkata that are owned by super rich people, you know?
Yeah, sometimes it could be owned by a rich person, and sometimes it could be for the lease. You know what they do? Actually build the whole building and then just rent out all these things. Yeah, that's actually true. Rich persons do own, but sometimes it's like the owner actually has the lease from the government. That's a possibility. He actually takes the building for the lease and then gives off all the offices for rent for 10 years or 15 years or something.
Yeah,
it's not
for sure.
Yeah, that's how it actually it actually works that way.
Yeah.
What's up, Jim? Yeah, I mean, just awesome work to all you guys. You, Nano, Scambaiter. It was just such a good thing to see finally. So I hope you guys do more of that. I won't get greedy, but I cannot wait until the next one.
I mean, it's next one. I promise you guys. The next one. I mean, not the next one, but there is gonna be a video. Which okay, I don't want to put. I don't want you guys to put the bars up. I don't know if you guys will like it, but for me, it was an exciting journey. It was really awesome. Like many things happened in the way. I actually learned something, and actually I also I actually learned something about scams. I actually learned something about why do they scam. Actually, literally, why do they scam? We all know. Like they actually say, it's just my family problem or something. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff we actually have to know in there. On the ground, it doesn't look like what we actually see in videos or something. It's completely different.
Yep. No, awesome. I like those things too.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I don't know if you guys will like it, but I hope you guys like it.
No, I'm sure. And I'll try to tone it down a little bit now that I know that you guys can hear what I'm doing. I think these conversations are private. Now that I know you guys are listening to me, I got to tone it down a little bit.
I mean, sometimes it's like, oh my god, this guy's crazy. Maybe we don't know.
Yeah, I know I'm being watched by you and Naked.
Yeah.
I mean, bruh.
Maybe Sven's watching you.
By the way, belated Happy Independence Day to all my American friends. I know it sounded cringe, but yeah.
Gracias.
I don't know what you.
Yeah, you understand, you realize why Chester Drawers isn't with us today, because it's all his fault. I got to deal with these fireworks all goddamn week. Just nonsense.
So it's like for the whole week or something?
Well, it's supposed to be just yesterday, but people get crazy with fireworks the day before, the day after. I don't like fireworks. I'm not a big fan. I understand the ones that go up in the air and they're pretty, but like yesterday, these idiots were on top of one of the buildings here, and they're shooting bottle rockets down into the parking lot. I had actually called the police. I've never called the police on anyone. Usually, if I was going to call the police, I'd have to call the police on myself. But I was like scared. I'm sitting in my car, and these idiots are on top of the building shooting bottle rockets down. I'm just not a fan of fireworks. And this all started because America gained their independence from the mother country in 1776, and they started with 13 shots because there were 13 states, and ever since then, fireworks have been a big deal, is my understanding.
I mean, really. I mean, we actually deal with that every year. It's like really good thing. Even I love crackers, fireworks, and everything. We have this festival called Diwali, which is like really beautiful. I really like the festival personally. Like everyone comes together, they actually share sweets, they start bursting crackers. It's like a really good experience. That 2 days, we have 2 days of that, 2 days actually. So
yeah, it's tough to find really numbers during those 2 days.
Yeah, and then we have this big thing where a guy from a corner actually shoots an arrow towards a big statue. It's called it's the day when actually Lord Ram killed Ravana, and returned to Ayodhya basically. That on his memory they actually celebrate this thing in some states in Uttar Pradesh or something.
Now, let me change the subject real quick, just because I was a huge Sidhu Moosewala fan. I don't know, like Punjabi rap. It's just become one of my passions, and I don't know. I can never understand all of the news reports. Do you follow that at all? Is it on the news a lot, or are you just too busy?
Nah, I don't think so. I actually heard about that. I mean, maybe I haven't been following much anything of any news or something. It's all my father. Like I will be sleeping in my room, and he actually turns down the volume very high, and I happen to hear the news. Like I'm like half asleep, and I hear the news, and I'm like, okay, this is going on. I actually that's how I listen to the news.
It's so hard, bro. When you're trying to follow a murder case and getting daily updates on your phone, but they're all in Hindi with no subtitles, I need a connection over there. I need someone to explain exactly where they are in this trial.
Sven is your connection. You have a connection.
Yeah, I'm gonna start Discording Sven and sending him the videos and having him translate it word for word.
Yeah. Because so Sven, there's a new job for you.
Just pay me just pay me $50,000 a month, and I'll actually transfer it for you.
Yeah, no problem. CJ's got you.
Yeah, Sven, I'm surprised that you like fireworks because they're so damaging to animals.
I mean, yeah, they're damaging to animals, but by fireworks, I don't mean like I actually have throw a bomb at them or something, right? I mean, it's been a tradition for us, so it's kind of sad that they actually hurt animals. I don't personally want to hurt them. I don't know. I just like the festival when actually all the relatives come together. All my cousins and everyone come together. We celebrate it together. The family gatherings. I mean, I'm kind of a guy who actually lives in the moment, so kind of hard. I'm not against the guys,
Can I come to your family celebration?
Yeah, definitely. Probably you should actually visit India someday.
Yeah, someday.
CJ and Naked will show up to your barbecue.
CJ naked with naked.
oh, guys, that's gross.
That's gross.
Oh my god, ew.
Don't say that. No woman wants to hear you say something about being naked and the guy says ew.
Oh my god. No, it's not like that.
If I'm not mistaken, Naked just subbed to you.
Yeah.
Wait, what? He subscribed to me? Please don't unsubscribe, please. Please, I don't want you. I don't want you. Please unsubscribe. I hate you, Naked.
We gave that guy, it's funny, we joke about it, but there's somebody in the chat who clicked on that link and is busy right now for the next month. So we gave him enough promotion, I think. But yeah, that was so cool that you called in, man. We love you. We love what you do. It's thank you so much for being our friend and and doing what you do for victims and the whole cause, man. It's just amazing. It's been great knowing you for the last year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean it's my anniversary. I started scambaiting around this time, and
we all did.
This is the best way. This is the best way to actually celebrate my anniversary. Get a call center rated.
Yeah, that's.
I mean that's what I was telling to everyone. Like, this is an anniversary. I'm celebrating it by exposing, getting a scam call center rated. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, you're growing. You grew a lot in the first year, and I mean, of course, you're just gonna, grow very quickly now, and hopefully, pretty soon, you'll be able to do this full time.
Actually, I'm considering doing full time right now. Actually, yeah. From now, I think I'll actually do it full time because to be honest, I really like making videos and really like making content. So I want to do it full time. Part of me is like I want to do it full time, and again, parents stuff comes in. So
yeah,
maybe soon.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm doing it full time, but the problem with doing it full time is you have to be okay with hardly eating.
Oh yeah. That's actually like we have to sit on computer for like hours and hours and hours and then make a video and then you actually give a post, upload it, and you have to see what people will like. Like are they liking it? Like like when you actually upload a video and you actually start getting comments, I get so excited about this. Like oh my god, someone actually commented on this. Let's see what it is. Like when I had my gaming channel on, I never used to get a single comment on my videos. I used to sleep for the night, and the next day actually like the first thing I do is open YouTube Studio on my phone and check if someone actually commented on my video. So I see someone actually commented on my video. He says like really good video, really funny, and then below that he actually gives some space and he's like, check out my channel, subscribe to my channel, and I'm like, oh my god, this guy's a fake guy.
Well, if you want comments on videos, you should get some good karma and comment on other people's videos. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever commented on one of mine, sir. Very hurtful.
I mean, I see, like mostly when I watch YouTube, it's on my phone. Okay, like if I use my phone to comment on videos, it's like it's gonna dox it's gonna be like I dox myself. That's why I never comment. In my phone, I don't actually log into my my YouTube account and my YouTube email, so I have my personal things on my phone. So if I actually comment on your video or anyone's videos through phone, I mean, yeah, I would like to comment. It's not like I don't want to. But if I actually comment there, using that, I get doxxed.
Yep. No, I get
Like
you.
my
I've done
email
that before, actually. I've been on one phone, and it's got my real name, and I commented, and I said, oh, no. And then a couple people know my real name. It happens, so I get it.
Yeah, so that's what it is.
Yep.
So that's the reason why I don't comment. Like, I really love to, like, when actually CJ is streaming, I watch the whole stream through my phone, because at this time when actually CJ streams, I'll be on my bed, probably spanking my dog, and I comment through that phone. That's why.
That could sound that people could take that the wrong way.
I'm at home spanking my dog.
Talk about too much information.
No. So yeah, that is how it is. So you never know.
No, I get it. I mean, if I had a choice, spank my dog or comment on someone's video, I'd choose spanking my dog.
Spanking dog is like, like I don't, like, literally, like yesterday he was like he was jumping near my bed. I was thinking like, what's wrong with this guy? Why is he jumping around my bed? And I'm like, okay, I have food beside me. That's why he's jumping.
Yeah, obviously. That's the one thing we all have in common in this world. Everybody wants to eat. Every animal, creature, living thing.
Sunset said something, and it's a joke. I don't spank my dog. It's just a joke. I don't spank him. Right?
Yeah, he's just kidding. He would never spank his dog. Plus, if anyone's seen this dog, like, there's no way that this dog is not gonna just live a life of being spoiled because it's so dang cute.
His dog. I mean, has anyone ever seen pictures of Sven? I mean, you're talking about GQ. Like, I'm sure he gets hundreds of women flooding themselves at him a day.
He does.
I don't think he's spanking his dog too much.
Yeah.
So,
that was a great segue. But all kidding aside, man, it really is a pleasure to watch you work, and it's been great knowing you. Thank you for modding for us. I know you're busy. It's just great knowing you, man.
Yeah, I have a question. CJ, why did you name this stream Overcoming Hardship?
Because we're about to listen to an interview of this guy who got he got like stabbed, ran over, his wife died.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a great segue, Sven. It was almost like CJ paid you to like say that, because that's what we're going to go to next.
Yeah.
We did this conversation with this guy a while back, and I forgot what we even talked about. All I know is this guy had everything done to him. Stabbed by a crackhead. He was in a hospital getting a minor procedure, and the person next to him got the wrong foot amputated.
His wife
just
died,
a crazy
remember?
type of story.
He's a widow. His wife died. He's just been through a lot. Yeah, he's been through a lot of crap, and he just has a good, positive attitude anyway. So that's why I called it Overcoming Hardship.
I encourage people to hang in there and listen to it. It won't be, it won't be as funny as, some of the scam baiting or as interesting as what you guys have just done and we talked about for the last hour. But it's definitely a departure in what we normally do. And I do remember enjoying talking to him. I don't remember everything that was said, but I do remember the conversation.
And he's an author.
So, yeah. Then I will take a leave, maybe?
Yeah, you can learn from this guy. We all could.
Any other last questions for Sven before we let him go save some victims?
And everybody make sure to TAGOW Media. No, I mean how to delete. Post that link.
I mean, CJ, don't forget to get my payment done, okay?
Oh yeah, I'm paying you in Stanley kisses. So.
Gift cards are a fake bank check.
Nah, I'm just.
No, don't reveal that. Don't reveal that, Take. Why would you do that? We're live, man. Come on.
I'm paying him with kisses from Stanley.
Ew, I have my dog.
Are you single and ready to mingle?
Not so bad. I mean, complicated. Download any desk and give me that code. Yeah, definitely. The code is wait, let me actually. Oh my god, never mind. I was about to give my real code.
Okay, well, thanks so much for. Oh, sorry. Gracias for stopping by. Is that better? Yeah. Super glad you stopped by and talked about your experience. I think everyone really enjoyed hearing it, so we appreciate it a lot. And if you ever hear me baiting, could you please let me know? I would greatly appreciate that someone was listening.
It was really good to have you here. So I mean, why I'm be here? Like whatever, you get the point. Okay. Bye bye, guys.
Bye.
I love you all. Bye bye.
Bye.
All right, later, bro.
Well, I'm super happy for Sven. I've been waiting for him to kind of have, if you want to call it a breakthrough, if you want to call it that, because he's been sitting at around 600 subs for a long time, and he works all day long on this. He really deserves more. So I'm glad that he's finally taking off. I'm super happy for him. So.
Yep, he was so underrated for the longest time.
Yeah.
Still is, but hopefully this will be a big breakthrough moment.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm working thanks, Scott. That's a good point. So I'm working on my video for Monday. I really hope you can all come because I've been working on it for 2 weeks, and I don't know about hacking CCTV cameras, so there's no CCTV cameras, but I have been working with an insider. We got a lot of I have a lot of information in my video that we got from them, as well as we did get the call center raided, so I'm hoping that you guys will come on Monday. I have all their salaries, all kinds of stuff, so that's what my video will be about next Monday. But it doesn't have any CCTV camera though. I know you love that, but it doesn't have any of that. But
that doesn't mean I don't like other things.
Yeah.
I mean, I never said I only like CCTV videos. I mean, I always love your streams.
But if y'all haven't seen Scambaiters video or Sven's video and Innovators video, please go check all those out. Just because they all work together and got something accomplished, so it's super great to see that kind of thing.
Good morning, Nigella.
Thanks so much, Betty. Thank you. Good morning, Nigella. Thank you for stopping by. So like we were saying, we have a guest on today. He is an author. He wrote several books. I got one of his books. I didn't read it yet. I wanted to read it before we aired it, but I just haven't been reading a lot of books because I just sitting in front of my computer all day. I really enjoy reading. I just haven't been reading a lot. I have evidence. I have evidence that he gave me evidence that they were. But he's an author. He writes like kind of like an apocalyptic. That's the right word, right? Apocalyptic type.
Who the hell knows? I would never use that word. Oh, Naked's back.
All right. He's just trying to help us by offering us services.
Yep. But yeah, I think you did say that word right.
Yeah. So that's the kind of books he writes. I'll definitely let y'all know when I read a book. I really do enjoy reading. I used to read all the time. I just between studying and being on my computer, I haven't been reading much. I haven't been doing really anything in my quote unquote free time that's fun. I just work all day long, and then if I'm not working, I'm just like laying there and staring at the wall. So but anyway, so it's really,
hey Sandra,
it's a super interesting conversation. It's not directly about, I think we asked him about scams here and there, but it's not directly about scams. But still, it's great to hear people's stories in the world, how they overcame those stories. So during the interview, he was on camera. However, he has something that could be considered offensive tattooed on his face, so I took the camera images out and just put a picture up from the interview. 48 Brooks said, how cheap are these dates?
Yeah, 40. I think I could afford one, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. And just to give y'all an update on Sarah will be stopping by soon, but we did send her a good portion of the money that she's lost. We were able to recoup, and so we'll be having her on maybe Thursday or next week to talk more about that. We also will have Whiskey Scambaiter on Thursday, and I'm super excited about that because I didn't know that there were whiskey scams, but there are. He only baits whiskey scammers, and I think it'll be super interesting to learn about that because I don't know anything about that. Or whiskey.
Yeah, as far as I know, he only has a Twitter and not a YouTube. What's up, Dan? But I mean, I still cannot wait to talk to him because people do fall for these all the time. They think they're going to get very big discounts if they buy in bulk from a lot of these scammers. And my understanding is a lot of them come from Nigeria, just like the romance scams. So I definitely want to talk to him, see what he does.
Yeah, I'm super interested to hear about that because I don't know anything about whiskey. I've never had whiskey before, so we can learn about whiskey and how
it all goes great with grits.
Yeah, and how people are using that to scam. So it'll be super interesting. So that'll be on Thursday. So y'all make sure you come back for that.
And actually, if I'm not mistaken, Dan Gleeballs has a premiere today at 2:00.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I'm sure he'll correct me. I can't really chat too much today, but if I have the date wrong, because I always mess things up, I thought I saw something pop up yesterday that he's got a premiere where he gets some files from PayPal. So that should be interesting.
Cool. Today at 2 p.m. our time?
I think so. I mean, if it shows up on my feed and says 2 p.m., that's usually directed towards me, right? Which is Eastern time.
Yeah. So let me see if I can find the link so we can go over and hit that notify me or whatever remind me thing. Let me see if I can find it right quick.
I do that all the time, but I don't know. I have so much going on, and I always miss things. But
Yep, 2 p.m. Okay. Indian PayPal scammer fail. Sounds good. Share.
Yeah.
If copy. Okay. Okay. Here's the link for Dan's video. Oh my gosh, Naked, you're ruining my link.
Naked.
You're ruining my links here.
I mean, we got the point the first 100 times.
So, okay, so there's the link. Hold on. Let me pin it. All right, y'all go over and hit that. If anyone that's going to be available this afternoon and going to be on YouTube, try to stop by. I'll try to stop by as well this afternoon. My problem is always remembering because I don't. I'm usually busy, maybe streaming, busy working on my video. But I will definitely go over and hit that notify me, and I will definitely try to be there. If not, I'll watch it later, but I will try my level best. As the scammers would say.
He normally packs them in anyway, but if anyone who has not seen a Dan Gleeballs video, I mean, they're always fun. They're always amazing. Go check it out. 2 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know what it is, Central or West Coast or how that works, but figure it out. Do the math. 2 p.m. Eastern time.
That's true, 40. We never disappoint. He says, this is quite the show so far. Cheap dates and dog spanking.
I mean, come on. We aim to please.
Yeah.
You know, we want to get those hate comments. We're unprofessional.
Yeah. I just get scared when there's bots that someone's sending them, like, what happened to Deo? Like one of my haters or something. You know?
Oh, that sucks. This is on your channel.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, better you than me.
Thank you. Appreciate your concern.
I think you're okay. Oh, speak of the devil. Here's Dill.
Oh, hi, Dill.
Mr. Hole.
Oh. If anyone's heard from Mr. Santiago, let us know. Dill is concerned about him.
He's come and gone before, but a lot of people do that. Just to me personally, I've noticed, because there's people that I don't see for 2 months, and I see them commenting on everyone else's videos and releasing videos, but they just, for whatever reason, don't talk to me. So I figured Herberto's just going through one of his phases, but yeah, I'll look into it. I'll send him a Discord.
Yeah.
I believe Dill's on Discord. Dill could send him a message too.
Yeah. Well, we definitely wish him well. Hope he's okay.
Yeah. No, he's a good dude. Hopefully he's all right. But I mean, he has been known to come and go before.
It's normal, I think. I think just this line of work, if you want to call it a line of work, people just take breaks from it. You know what I mean? Because it's so much work.
I think he was here about, I don't know, a month ago. I remember saying hi to him in chat.
No, Jessica, I haven't heard anything about Pierogi. I haven't talked to him or anything over the weekend. Last time I talked to him was July 1st. So hopefully he's doing okay. We definitely wish him well.
Yeah, and he was here like 2 shows ago, I believe, or the last show.
Yeah, but I know he does have COVID, so.
Yep. And that's why I can't go down there. I mean, I'm flattered that I could go hang out with all you guys, but it's just not good for me.
Yeah. Well, let's get to our interview. And like I said, it's a pretty interesting interview, so hang out with us. It was pre-recorded pretty long ago. We just have been having a lot of guests for the most part, so we hadn't aired it yet, but so it's a bit old. It was around Easter, I think we recorded it, but it's super interesting, and yeah, it's always good to learn about people and kind of their experiences with scams and life. So that's what this one's about, and hopefully y'all will feel like how I felt when I talked to him. I felt like if he can make it through all this and have a good attitude, I can too, you know?
Yep. And if you need a tattoo when you're in the New York area, go see Mr. Dan Heck. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Hank?
I don't know.
But,
I think it's Henk.
But he's actually a great artist, and we talk about that. He's done some, I don't know how many people are heavy metal fans, but he's done some artwork for some of the lesser-known bands, their album covers and things like that. So if I remember the conversation correctly, I believe we were talking about that a tiny bit.
Yeah, that's a pretty good memory, because I don't remember anything about it. I haven't edited this at all.
What the hell do I know? Could be wrong.
This interview is completely unedited. I didn't even listen to it. Hopefully we didn't dox anybody in it, because I totally don't remember anything about it. Or what we even talked about. So, anyway, okay, well, let's get to Dan, and thanks again to Sven for stopping by. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hey, yeah, sure can. Take will just be another minute. He's driving. But hi, I'm CJ. Nice to meet you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, hey. My co-host Take is real excited. He says you're his kind of people. So he was just driving. He'll be here in about 4 minutes. But yeah, have you done a lot of podcasts? It looks like you. I was looking at your website that you had a whole bunch there that you had done.
Yeah, I've done a few. Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you like doing them or?
I mean, it kind of depends. I used to mainly do. I wouldn't even say they're really podcasts. More like I do interviews with other tattoo artists and other artists and stuff. Mm-hmm. And we kind of have a general. Like a general vibe of what to talk about and how everything's going to flow and all that. And then I remember talking to an author, and I was asking him how to pitch my books. He said, hey, well, if you get on more podcasts, more people will get into them. That's probably the best thing I know of. So I started doing more podcasts because of that. And some people, they're just normal people, and just have a conversation with them. Some are they're really weird.
Well, I think we're not too weird, but who knows? Maybe we are. We'll see. But
the guy, have you ever seen that thing? I think it's called Something in Tiaras, about the little girls and the parents.
Oh yeah, toddlers and tiaras.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me of that. They have some kids called the Tiberius Show. And they have some kid where it's the kid's probably he's under 10. And his dad pushes him to do the podcast. And it's he does a podcast, and his dress all up so it looks like a carny. And he has to act hey, it's Tiberius. And all this stuff. But it's obviously a little kid. It's why am I having a conversation with a little kid about more adult themes, and what do I have to watch? And they'll take a break and talk about the video game he likes or something. I don't know. Stuff like that is weird, but it doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's weird. That's really strange. Well, we're super glad to have you on. Sorry, it'll just be a minute. I think he was actually coming back from the doctor.
Okay, no problem.
But yeah, we're both scambaiters, so we just call scammers all day, if you want to say that. And Take is a raging comedian kind, he just curses him out. And I'm more of one that just pretends I'm a real victim. So we have different styles, but.
Yeah, no, I listened to a little bit of it. You, especially after the Tiberius show, I was I really got to see what I'm getting into here.
Yeah, I can totally understand that. Well, hopefully we don't act too crazy, but I think most people say they have fun with us. We're not too weird. We definitely don't have any toddlers and tiaras, so.
Well, I just remember it was I was listening, and it was a lot of them are really hilarious because they're people that are trying to sell you all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Like websites or discounts on auto insurance or whatever. And it's funny because remember there used to be a show. It was kind of it was a show where he harassed the people who call him in trying to sell him stuff, and he'd harass them back. And,
yeah.
And I remember stuff like that is hilarious. So I was oh, well, you have kind of a show like that. But I was like, what does that necessarily have to do with me? I'm not trying to get you to buy anything. Well,
No, it doesn't really have to do with you. We just like to talk to different people, you know? So.
You said that, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. But you definitely should watch Take's channel sometime. His name on I call him Take, but his name on YouTube is like TAGOW. It stands for Take a Glass of Water, because the scammers use that phrase a lot. I'll send you his link later in your email if you wanted to check him out. But you would like him. He's like the kind of like, do you remember the Jerky Boys?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of his style of scam baiting. He like prank calls them, basically rages at him. So he's funny.
Well, this guy basically was doing that with scammers around the time the Jerky Boys came out. I had him on a cassette tape. And I remember somebody called him, and he's like, ugh, and they're like, you all right? He's like, hey, I'm just taking a shit. Like, oh, we'll call back. He's like, no, now's a good time.
Yeah, see, you and Take will get along good because he loves the Jerky Boys. Well, let me see if he's ready.
Okay.
Sorry to make you wait a second, so sorry. But yeah, okay, here he is. Let me call him or add him to this call. Hello, Take, are you there? Take?
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're a little bit breaking up, just a tad.
Just gonna pull over and stay in one spot and we can see.
Okay, and we got Dan on the line, and guess what we were just talking about?
Oh, what's up, Dan?
Hey,
what are you talking about?
We were just talking about the Jerky Boys.
Oh, my heroes.
Yeah.
And also, I was watching your videos early, and you mentioned Rat and L7, and you brought back so many memories. So it was so cool that somebody mentioned that.
Thank you. Yeah, you might remember there was some guy like around the time of the Jerky Boys, and he was like scamming telemarketers. Like they would call him, and he just like he keep them online as long as he could, saying the most ridiculous stuff.
Yep,
I
know what you mean. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
Yep. I think I saw some of his stuff on YouTube actually. I remember that guy as well. And I'm from New York as well, and the Jerky Boys were from upstate, and you know everything you hear is like Middletown, New York, where I was from, and New York City, and the tape was just underground, and I was in college in the 90s, and it just kind of made its way up to the Albany area, and then they just blew up and got signed, and you know the rest is history.
Yeah, didn't they do Cranky Anchors eventually or something like that?
That was somebody else, but that was I think the guy from the Man Show, Adam Carolla maybe, or one of those guys. But yeah, the Man Show, the Crank Anchors were funny too, and Sarah Silverman and all those guys. But
Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla.
Yeah, and you're from Long Beach area. I was looking at your tattoo shop, right? The Abyss.
Yeah, it's in Long Beach, New York. I'm not from there. Like, I've lived all over. My parents are military, so I've lived everywhere. I lived in Germany.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Awesome.
We got to hear about that. But
yeah.
I know Long Beach. I used to have an art business, and I know you're a painter as well. But I used to get all of my art from Long Beach and Oceanside. Lawson Boulevard, I think I used to go. But the lady that used to give me all the art had a nice place in Long Beach, right on the water. And it's just a great area of New York. It's like New York City, but you're still kind of far away. I love it. I love that area. A lot going on, though. You can't be in and out of the store in 2 seconds. You got lines everywhere.
It's small enough everyone knows you, but it's busy enough there's too many people. So, yeah, everything's...
Right.
Well,
That's awesome. So do you have your tattoo shop full time? Is that what you do full time for work, or?
Well, I own half the tattoo shop. I have a business partner, and I spend half my time like tattooing and managing the shop and all that stuff. But I also write, and I also do a lot of art for like magazines and books and so on. So I try to have like an even balance of the two.
Awesome.
And you've done some album covers, right? I don't know if I mean, well, I shouldn't judge. I mean, a lot of people might know those bands, and I mean, who would thought that I would know Obituary? And I know that you had mentioned that you had sent them stuff or something, but you've done a couple different album covers, right?
Yeah, I did a lot of album covers, and when I first moved to New York City, like I was trying to be a comic artist, and I was looking around at other art things I could do in the meantime until I got a job doing comics full time. And a lot of heavily into that scene, like the whole metalcore, punk rock, indie rock, whatever. So I was doing some art in DC, but DC is a much smaller area, and then I moved to New York. And the thing is, all those bands, they really need artwork. They can't really pay that much. They have a hard time getting somebody good, but they really need artwork. So it's like, this will be my ticket in. But unfortunately, that I'm paying well goes even further than you think. So they don't pay you at all sometimes.
That's too bad.
Yeah, one thing you had said in your video was kind of interesting, because you were like a metalhead for a while, kind of like I was, and then all of a sudden, punk came, and it spoke more to like the teenage years. It was a little bit more angrier, where I was still listening to Slayer and Anthrax and things like that, but then all of a sudden grunge came, and that was kind of my wake up, like where I had to get out of metal and go into the grunge era. But I mean, you were listening to like Dead Guy and I think a couple other bands that I remember that I used to listen to as well, but you were more like a punk rocker after metal, right?
Yeah, well, I'm probably older than you, and I remember like at first I was into Def Leppard and Rat and Quiet Riot and stuff like that, and then I got 3 albums at the same time. I got Slayer, Hell Awaits, I got Metallica, Ride the Lightning, and I got Megadeth, Peace Cells, and that kind of changed my whole world and everything, my whole perspective. And I was super into that, and then I got into punk rock. And like I said, in the other interview that you're referencing, that spoke more to me. I was a teenager, I was in high school, I hated everyone and everything, and that really supported me.
I don't know about the age thing. I'll just let you know, I was about, 14 or 15 when that Megadeth album came out that you just mentioned. So I don't know if that tells you how old I am, but were you always? What's that?
I'm probably like 2 years older than you.
Well, welcome to the 50s then. So were you always artistic? I mean, like when you were in your high school years and you were into rock and music and things like that, were you always drawing things? And is that kind of how the tattoo thing developed?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I said, I want to be a comic artist, and I had that going on for a long time. Like, I couldn't decide whether I wanted to write or draw, and then when I read the first comics that were kind of more complex, like Watchmen and Dark Knight, I was like, this is great, I can do both. So I remember I had a drawing table, and I'd work on drawings all day, and when I was like 12 years old, and then it was at that point in time, I was living in Gainesville, Florida, which is like white trash capital of the world. But it's like there's a lot of like indie artists that work at like comic shops and bookstores and stuff, and I would take my stuff to them and get it reviewed and get tips and all that sort. And I kept trying, and I eventually started submitting. But all that was kind of the basis for it. But I mean, I was drawing even before that. But that's when I really decided what I was going to do.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then, so where I go to get tattoos is in New York, and that's in the Union Square area. And we can talk a little bit about tattoos because I got a couple questions to ask you off the record, maybe. But I mean, off the air. So, how did you start tattooing? Like, I mean, I was always fascinated by some of these artists. Like, is it nervous? Like when you're first putting ink to somebody's skin, because it's permanent. And I mean, and it's a whole different animal than just being a painter and a drawer, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is. I mean, there's more than one type of personality, and like the kind of personality where it's like I put myself through community college for art. I moved to another city on a motorcycle with everything I owned in the backpack. It's like, so I was like kind of into taking risks. So when the tattooing thing came up, it wasn't as much being nervous about the fucking other people up as it was about like, am I going to be able to pull this off and make a living off of it? You know, and so then I tried, but it's like I kind of have the mentality of like, I'm going to give everything my all, and if it doesn't work out, it's not because I didn't try really hard. Right. So that's kind of the attitude I had when I went into it. I know, like, now I've been tattooing 22 years, and we have people that apprentice, and it's a lot of people. It's like a softer generation now. So you have people that come in and they get, like, you see one negative thing and they get discouraged. You're like, you are not cut out for this art, you know. And so it's you have different perspectives. You have some people that just like rock it right off. You have some people that are like, I'm gonna try, you know, I'm gonna fake it until I make it. And you have some people that are like, one negative word, I'm out.
That's probably true for us too, because you know, anytime you do something content-wise, you always have people that don't like it. You know, so you have to kind of be tough.
It's always a sign of flattery when you get some haters, but but you're right. There's a lot of people. I mean, I would say more than the majority don't follow their dreams and could be very successful probably, had they not taken rejection to heart. You know, first thing there was that guy in I forgot what country he was in, but he had the idea to turn shoes into roller skates, and his uncle said, that'll never work, that's stupid, you're a loser, and he stopped doing it, and he didn't even think about it anymore. And then the next couple years, somebody else jumped on it and became a billionaire. Yeah. So it happens. I mean, people let the hating get to them and don't follow their dreams.
Yes, that's so true.
Yeah, when I went to the last couple years I went to high school, it was in Northern Virginia, and when I went to Northern Virginia, it was pretty conservative at that time. And I remember my dad, he's military, he's really conservative, and he was like, yeah, you know, doing artwork is not a real living, you know, you're never going to make a career. So I was like, I got to get, I want to go to art school, and I kept trying, but nobody would give me a loan because I was a kid. So I was like, how do I get a college loan? So I went to my guidance counselor, and she said, get ready for a career of pumping gas, because that's all you're ever going to do.
Oh my God. That's too bad. That's a shame she said that. Well, you proved her wrong, because you got books, you got a tattoo shop, so forget her.
I'm just saying, you can't listen to people. You got to follow your dreams. You know, people are full of shit most of the time. They don't even know what they're doing themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's a whole other side of this. I mean, yeah, it's cool to talk about music and tattoos and books and art. I mean, you're fascinating that you can make a living doing all that stuff, but you also are the epitome of what I would call perseverance. I mean, you've been through some trauma. I mean, and to keep doing what you love. And there was one part of something I was watching where you were like, okay, I might only have 2 weeks left to live, but I'm going to finish this fucking painting. And I thought that was amazing.
That's true. Yeah. Well, you know, nobody cares if you make it except for you. I mean, you know, maybe your parents, or I don't even get along with the parents, so who cares? But I'm just saying, you know, you might have like two people that are disappointed if you didn't like turn out the way you envisioned, but nobody really cares. In the grand scheme of the world, you're nothing. So it's more what you do, and you don't get by making excuses. Yeah, I could have been the next Tesla, but you know what? You know, I got a splinter, and I didn't feel like going to the office that day. And yeah, nobody cares.
Right.
Right. Yep.
So,
nobody cares.
So is that a true story? Like, were you that close to passing away? That you were just weeks away, potentially?
That was just weeks away from what?
From passing away.
From dying.
They don't know.
50, I think.
I'm just trying to say it nice.
Brain cancer.
Yeah, she's a classy one.
Well, I remember with brain cancer, so I went in for a CAT scan. They weren't sure what it was for the CAT scan, and then they said, oh, wait, it's brain cancer. We got to operate right away. 2 more weeks and you would have been dead. I was like, and then they said, well, because it's brain surgery, you have about a 50-50 chance of making it. And I was like, okay. And I remember my girl at the time was like, you don't care. I was like, well, of course I care, but what am I gonna do? But yeah,
I mean, that's a great attitude. I mean, you can't control it, right? I mean, you're like, it is what it is.
So when I got out of the hospital, they'd done the surgery, but they didn't know if they gotten all of it. They didn't know if it was going to be malignant or benign. Malignant means it grows back. They didn't know anything about it. So I'm like in the ICU bed with my head wrapped up like the Invisible Man, talking to it was Matt Fox, is the guy who ran. He's kind of in charge of Shy Lude. He's a guitarist, but he writes all the lyrics and everything. And I remember talking to him, and I was like. And I was telling him I was going to finish this cover. He was like, oh, just get better, just get better. I'm like, no, I'm going to finish your cover. But I really didn't know. I didn't know how long I was going to last. They were still, like, analyzing what they just pulled out of my head, a couple days before.
Wow. So how did you really feel, though? Like, was any part of you, like, scared?
Well, when I went in for surgery... Not really, because I was in so much pain. Like, I felt like somebody had a jackhammer to the back of my head.
Oh, my God. How horrible.
Yeah, and I remember, like, it kept coming in waves, and then that final day when I went to the hospital, it was just constant. So I'm going into the hospital, it's Bellevue Hospital. I couldn't even walk straight into the emergency room door. Like, I kept walking sideways. My girl had to keep correcting me because I couldn't even control it. So, like... Yeah, at that point, like, once they gave me medication and it took the pain away, I was like, I can relax for a minute. I wasn't like, oh shit, this is really deep. Oh, what's gonna happen? It's like I was in the middle of it. It's going on. It's like, not like this is gonna happen to you in 2 weeks. I'm in it.
Right. And how long ago was all this?
Well, they do. You're in the hospital for about a week when they do a whole bunch of MRIs. They do some MRIs with contrast, some with without contrast, all sorts of tests on you, and then they schedule you for surgery. And then after surgery, you're like in a bed in ICU, like I said, your head all wrapped up like the Invisible Man with that brain plug. So I had this plug like coming out of my skull, like going to like some jar in the back, like catching brain fluid because your brain swells up after surgery. So I'm like basically incapacitated in ICU, and you stay that way for a few days. I don't remember how long it was. I don't remember if it was like 3 days, 4 days, but the thing is, until you have surgery, they don't let you eat or drink anything. So you're parched and you're starving. Then when you get out of surgery, they only let you have ice chips. You can't even drink. So you're like, your throat's dying. You really wish you could have actual water. And then I remember I had my first food. It was a meal from the hospital. So it was like shitty hospital food. And I'm eating and I'm like, oh, this is so good. This is so delicious. They're looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. But, this is a Matrix. I made it.
Wow, that's awesome.
Wow.
That is
And how old were you when you went through all that?
Late 20s.
Wow, yeah, that's right. That's a lot to go through. I mean, it's a lot to go through for anyone, but, I mean, you got your whole life ahead of you, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, I'm going to go let these people go into my brain, and like you said, 50-50. I mean... The strength and the perseverance that you have just to go through that and to and then joke about it. I think I saw you say, oh, well, my parents were only going to come if it was stage 4 or something like that. So, yeah. I mean, it's a great story. I mean, you have to let people know this.
Brian Murphy interviewed me. He's like, he's like making jokes. He's like, yeah, call me back when it's stage 4, But even if it was stage 4, they probably wouldn't come.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's I go through MRIs once a year for with what I have going on neurology with my neurologist, and it's contrast, no contrast, or in a tube, and I mean that can be scary enough. But I mean, you've been through just a lot of trauma that to be standing and not only that, to be successful is just a great story.
Oh, well, thank you. I don't really look at it, though, as like I'm like some tough guy who's a survivor or anything. I just look like, oh, shit, that came up. Now I have to get to that. All right. I just don't want to let it derail me. I just started tattooing. I've been tattooing for about a year and a half when this happened, and I was finally getting somewhere. It's like in those days, especially in New York City, it was really hard to get in tattooing. So I finally got some people taking me a little bit seriously. I was at a decent shop, and then I came down with this. And I'm like, oh fuck, this is just my luck. So it was more like I gotta push through to this because, like I said, nobody cares except for you.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, I hate to say that, but it is true. You definitely need to look after yourself first in some ways because people won't do it for you, but at the same time, don't scam people to do it. That's our message.
Well, I mean, we talk to losers all day long. Yeah. People that want the easy way out, that would rather rob from a defenseless person, and they say that their circumstances are so bad. Now, here we are. We have somebody on the line who is been through traumatic experience, diagnosed with brain cancer, and there's some other things that we'll get into that you've been through, and all of a sudden you're doing what you want to do. You pursued your dreams, and that's what we try to tell some of these people, that it doesn't matter where you are or what you're going through. I mean, it could always be worse, and you're copping out. You're just taking an easy way out and robbing people. When other people that have been through a lot worse than what you're going through are perfectly honest and just follow their dreams and believe in hard work.
Yeah,
I mean, that's why I think it's a great story.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Yeah, I think as far as the whole scamming thing, it's like in a way I'm almost indignant that anybody would do that to anybody, just because I'm like, I would never do that. I'm like, don't you feel like shit? And then if they don't feel like shit, you're like, what kind of fucking person are you? Like, I'm not even religious. I'm an atheist, and that still goes against my moral code. I'm like, that's ridiculous. Why would you do that? Not to mention, it always bites you in the ass.
Yeah, exactly. We totally agree.
Yeah, I'm not religious either, and I mean, I believe in karma, though, and a lot of these people they take, and don't have a conscience, robbing people for $60,000 when they need that money, and they know they need that money for their cancer treatments or to help their family or whatever, and they'll just take the money. So when we have somebody on the line who's been through hell, that's could have went the opposite way and said, well, you know what, my life sucks, there's no God, he wouldn't have done this to me, I'm going to go rob somebody. But you didn't. You hung in there, and you pursued what you are good at, and you kept working hard, and God bless you. I mean, now you're on
the morning scam show. You've made it. We're just kidding about the morning scam show part.
Well,
so what about writing? How did you start writing? And tell us a little bit about how you got into that in your books and stuff.
Well, I want to be a writer forever. Like I said, I couldn't decide whether I wanted to be a writer or artist, and it wasn't until I saw comics that I realized I could do both. Because I used to read comics, but they'd be like, Alpha Flight or, Thor or something. I'm like, yeah, I want to write more complex stuff than that. It's kind of like not really what I'm into. But then when I don't know if you read Watchmen, but Watchmen is really well written. It's really well planned out. And I was like, wait a minute, I can do both. And I've kind of moved on since then. So what I do now is they call them in comics splash pages, like a full page illustration with no text or anything. It kind of illuminates what's going on in the story. And I like to do a few of those, like about 9 of them per novel. And I put them into my stories. And I feel that kind of helps you visualize what's going on. I also I've read a lot. Like, we didn't have a TV until I was in the 5th grade. And we lived on all these little military outposts. And my mom would take us to the library, and I'd check out a stack of books and have them all read within a week. Like, I'd be crouched behind my bed after lights out with a flashlight reading books. I'm big into telling complex stories, and I remember a lot of those books, especially the ones that libraries and stuff, they have little illustrations in them and stuff, and I always thought that was really cool.
Mm-hmm. So is that how you did your books? No, your books are the ones you have published are horror genre, right?
Yeah, I can't sit still with anything, so they're and I don't like straight up anything. I like it when you mix stuff up. So it's a little bit of horror, a little bit of sci-fi, a little apocalyptic, a little bit surreal. I like various elements going on that makes it a more interesting story. I think when it's like horror, when it's just some crazy slasher guy that tears people up, I'm like, that's interesting. I don't care. There's lots of fucked up people in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
Come to my neighborhood.
Where can we find your books? Like, are they on Amazon or?
Oh yeah, they're all on Amazon. They're like, what's that famous quote? Like, all the best stores have them, or available in the best places, or whatever. But seriously, it's available like in Barnes and Nobles and Amazon and Kobo, and the latest one is available as an audiobook. So it actually, because a lot of people don't read now, that's the bestseller, the audio.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I'll definitely be looking for your book. I would love to read one of your books.
No, awesome. Yeah, the one that's available in audio is called The End of the World. And actually, when they did all the lockdowns, all of a sudden it became like a much bigger seller. Like it kind of blew up. Like if you notice, like I looked like on Netflix, like Andromeda Strain was a big rental and stuff like that. So everybody was looking like apocalyptic stuff at that time. But it kind of worked out for the, the premiere of my book. I didn't want there to be a worldwide epidemic, but it did help with marketing.
Yeah, there you go. So again, turning the negative into positive.
Yeah, hopefully we can do something. We can put a link in when we air this. Any of the people that watch us that want to purchase your books or check you out, we'll definitely get them there.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, like I said, Amazon. And even the Audible version is available on Amazon. Amazon has everything now.
Yeah, so true. That's very true. Like, I even buy my tampons on Amazon now. So, it does have everything.
We have tampons in the shop in case you can't sit for the tattoo,
Ah, well, there you go. That could be my second source. What's the longest tattoo you've ever done on someone?
I do not recommend going more than 8 hours. Like 8 hours is the absolute maximum, because after that your skin starts to fight it. So if your skin's fighting it, it takes longer to heal up. The longer the tattoo takes to heal up, the more ink it loses. So I think 8 hours is the absolute maximum, and most people do about 4. But I remember the longest I've done is 13. Like I did a guest spot, the guy insisted I do the entire thing. I was like, this is really not a good idea, but yeah, I did it for 13 hours.
That sounds hard. Like, wasn't it hard to concentrate on little details that long?
Yeah, it would be even harder for me now. I mean, this was like, I don't know, 15 years ago when I was like a little bit more fresh about all this stuff. Yeah. But, you kind of get like in a zone and you just crank it out and you keep working on it. And, after like 8 hours and 9 hours, I was like, we should really call it. No, man, you got to finish it. You got to finish it. I'm like, all right.
He probably just, wanted to get it done and over with. That's how I would feel if I ever got a tattoo, but I do not have any tattoos. Take has like some tattoos. He muted himself for a second, so he might be.
Well, I also did a guest spot. This was in Massachusetts, which is 4 hours away. So I'm sure he wanted the entire thing done right there while I was like in the vicinity.
Right.
I did a lot of research, and I wanted the best Japanese artists I could find, and I was living in Albany at the time, and I found a place in Union Square, and so I was making trips to the city, and I was doing a sleeve. So obviously, like you said, you're not going to do 13 hours in one sitting. So I had to keep making trips. And then MS hit me, and now I can't really get to New York City. So it's too many people, and walking sucks. So it's easier for me to get to Oceanside area in Long Beach, actually, because the traffic is a little bit better there than driving into Manhattan and walking, taking cabs to Union Square and all that nonsense. But my question would be, do artists, or maybe even you, work on other people's tattoos? Because I cannot get there now. The guy, I think, left. So what do you do when you have a sleeve that's almost done, but it's not 100% done? Who's going to work on that? Who's going to fix that for me? I'm going to die with this on my arm, and it's not going to be complete.
I mean, it's kind of this. If you got like, if you were halfway through a portrait and then you said, "Hey, I don't want to go back to my artist. Can you finish it?" Then most like people who could do a good job and finish it will not do it. But if you said, "Hey, I have this done," the guy disappeared, I'm at a loss, then they'll do it. Like most people will help you out, and a lot of people, they don't like to go over other people's work, or they don't like to like finish a project started by someone else. But if it's like a portrait that was started by one artist, they don't want to finish it. But if it's like, if you have a whole sleeve, that's a bunch of imagery. So then finishing the sleeve means they do a bunch of fresh designs on you to complement what's already there. And most people don't have a problem with that.
Okay. You could tell them you murdered. Just tell them you murdered the first tattoo artist, and then they'll definitely take you.
Yeah.
That's my suggestion.
No, if you say you murdered the first tattoo artist, he might not tattoo you.
Right. I don't blame him there. Hey, that's a good story. That's a good book right there. That could be a next book.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's awesome.
Now, are you a big Walking Dead fan?
I liked. So first of all, I remember the comics, and I started buying the comics.
Yep.
It came out, and I really liked the comics. And then the show came out, and I really liked the show for the first couple seasons. And then it kind of turned into like a family drama with like maybe a number or two in it, and I was like, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I think
true.
I made it through the first 4 seasons, but the reason I was asking that is because you were talking earlier about, like, well, anybody could just be gory and fucked up, and we have people like that everywhere. The reason I was trying to get my mom to watch that show is I really thought that it spoke to, it had a good storyline, at least in the beginning. It was kind of like, okay, there's no government, there's nothing, like, let's see what happens between good and evil. And the zombies were secondary to me. But I thought it was a great story, and I only made it through, I think, 4 seasons. But that's kind of why I wanted your take on that.
Well, I think they had a good balance when they started out. Like, I see this a lot especially with like writers and filmmakers or screenwriters for films and stuff, is they have a great premise, and so they start out with like all their strongest material, then they don't know how to continue it or end it. So it gets steadily weaker, and it ends on a sour note. You're like, well, by ending on that sour note, you ruined the whole story, but they started out really strong.
Like Lost, for sure.
Oh, yeah. See, I never even watched Lost, because once I hear the ending was ruined the whole series, I'm like, why do I want to invest all that time? So it's going to be like Danny Maw at the end, and I'm just going to be like, yeah, that was a huge waste.
That's how you feel when you watch it, because the beginning is so awesome, and then it's just, like, it gets so bad. Like, I almost feel like I could have written it better. And I have no writing skills. So
that's what I heard. I have people that are like, man, you got to check this out. You got to check this out. And then I'm like, I keep meaning to. And I'm like, hey, what about that show you told me to check out? And they're like, oh, yeah, that one really jumped the shark with the last episode. And I'm like, oh, well, now I'm not going to see it.
Yeah, exactly. Did you ever watch Lost, Take?
No, I never did. And I don't have TV, so but I guess that's no excuse. I mean, there's tons of stuff on Hulu or Netflix, and I usually watch stuff on my phone, but I've not checked out Lost yet. And I know a lot of people talk about it.
Yeah.
But, I was a huge Sons of Anarchy fan. I binge watched that. But
I think one thing that's great is like when they come out with the season, each season is a different story. So like you don't necessarily have to keep watching it to see where the story goes. Like Stranger Things.
True. Very true.
So that would be for me. Is if it's different all the time, I don't need to really. You can watch. So are you saying I could watch the second season and I don't need to watch the first season?
What is Stranger Things? Are you asking me?
Any of those, right? Like where the story doesn't flow. Each season's different, right?
Each season of Stranger Things is different. I think that I don't know because I watched them all in order. So there's stuff that you kind of learn in the first season that kind of sets the tone. So now, like, they're working on season 4 right now. So if you watch season 1 and then season 3 without watching season 2, you'd be totally fine. But I don't know. Because I watch them in order, I don't know whether it was kind of necessary. What I try and do with my novels is what they do with like Mad Max. If you saw Mad Max and Road Warrior, I saw Road Warrior before I saw Mad Max, and you don't have to see Mad Max to understand totally what's going on in Road Warrior. And I try and keep that temperament. I'm like, you should be able to just check out one thing and kind of vibe with what's going on without having to go, oh, let me do a whole bunch of research.
Yeah.
Now, with your writing, I mean, do you have plans, like, do you have something in the works, like, that you've been working on for so many years and it's your baby, and maybe you want to do some TV eventually, or you're just happy doing the books?
Well, that's a complicated question. Kind of the story that I'm working on, I've had forever. Like when I was doing early comic proposals and so on, I had that story. And I've heavily altered it over time, but it still has the core premise of the same story, basically. And, as it evolves, as I go through, I'll write short stories, but it kind of keeping it with the comic book ideology. It's all in the same universe. So when I tell short stories, they're kind of, in the same, like, the same timeline, the same, whatever as the new story I'm telling. And as I get into my future volumes, sometimes I'll involve characters or items from the short stories. So they're all like roughly connected. But like I said, I want you to be able to read each one without having to read the others.
Right. Well, I can't wait to read them. I do have
a general, like, pretty much every time that I want to do something, I try and do a whole bunch of research because I don't want to put something out there that people are going to call bullshit on. So
for sure,
like, the end of the world kind of ends with the end of the world, but it's like Stargate, this alien invasion, all sorts of craziness. So I was like, so the next book I'm going to write is about fighting an alien invasion. I'm like, how do you fight like a massively superior force? Well, my dad's ex-military intelligence, so I was asking him like what books I should read, what books I should pick up, and I asked other people, and I watched documentaries on like Vietnam and the Taliban and stuff like that. So I'm trying to educate myself on all the little minute details before I do it, but I have a plan.
Cool.
Awesome.
I can't wait for that. Well, you definitely need to let us know when it's coming out so we can tell everyone about it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm reading right now. I have a whole stack of novels. Like I think this is audio only, but if you see behind me, I have a whole stack of books.
Yeah.
And those are all books I need to read to do research.
And what is that white thing in front of your books? What's that back there?
Let me see. Oh well, there's a wine bottle and there's a big skull.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, a skull. What is it a skull of?
Cow skull. I got that in Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wine bottles and skulls. I can't see you guys because I'm on Discord, but I thought for a second I had my camera on and you were like looking at my apartment. It's my decor. But so I don't know.
All right, that is the first half of our conversation with Dan. Pretty awesome. I forgot. I don't mean this any disrespect, but I forgot about it's just been so long. I forgot about him having the brain cancer. It's terrible.
It's a lot of small talk in the first half hour, but when you're talking to somebody who's been through that, like that kind of trauma, I mean, we get deeper in the next part of the conversation, but it's necessary because we want to make everybody feel comfortable. Although he's a really cool guy, and we probably could have just started it without the small talk, but it's you're talking to somebody who's been faced with death, 2 weeks to live, watching his girlfriend get murdered, and I won't spoil too much of the next part of the convo, but hopefully people tune in, and it's very interesting to me. But yeah, I do apologize for a lot of the small talk and the chit chat, but it's hard to listen to yourself, so I didn't listen to a lot of it today, but I know what it was about.
Well, the chit chat helps us get to know people, I guess, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you want to know about somebody before you just say, "So, tell me what it was like facing death."
Yeah.
You know, or you know, you want to know somebody before you ask them, you know, tough questions about watching, you know, somebody get murdered that's close to you or getting stabbed by a crackhead. You know, it's just a human thing to do, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
You want to get to know the person. And he was a really cool guy, and you know, I got to check out his books too. I mean, we were just so busy the last couple months that I meant to read one of his books, at least on tape, listen to it. Good morning, Lisa C.
Yeah, I have his book. I really want to read it. I just need to sit down and read. I have a whole stack of books I want to read right now. I have some about social engineering and stuff like that that I want to read.
I have so many books. I'm surrounded by books that I'll never read, but I feel smarter just looking at them.
Yep.
But if I'm going to dive into a book, I would definitely look for the audio first on YouTube.
By the way, yesterday, I forgot to tell you, I got a scam. Somebody gave me a scammer's text now number, and I logged into his text now and was calling people.
Oh, nice.
It was pretty funny. Let me see if I can find any numbers. I just think that interview would have been better without that super annoying girl in it. You got to do something about her.
I mean, well, oh, you heard her? The one that was in the car with me? I told her to keep quiet.
Yeah, she's super annoying, like awkward.
Yeah. I didn't think she was she could be heard.
You definitely should get rid of that one.
Oh, I mean, I don't think I'll see her anymore. I'm not going back to that alley.
Here's a loan scam or Coinbase. Which would you rather give a try to?
It doesn't matter. They're getting yelled at either one.
Okay. The loan one is just newer, so more likely that they'll answer.
Just calling to say good morning.
Cool. Let's say good morning to a loan scammer.
Your call is very important to us.
Oh my God.
Please stay on the line. You'll be transferred to the next available agent.
Well, there goes the chat for today.
Calling NBC. How can I help?
Hello? Is somebody there?
Yes, sir. This is Jane from NBC. How can I help?
Oh, listen, I was really just calling to say good morning. I really want you to be careful out there today. No hard feelings, okay? I don't know what's going to happen to you today, but you need to be careful. There's people in the world that are scamming innocent people. I really want you to be careful, okay?
Yes?
Hello?
Is that the purpose of calling us back, sir?
Yeah, I wanted to call you back. We were talking the other day, and I started to think about things last night when I was by myself, and I started to think about you, and I was just worried about you. I'm just calling to let you know whatever happens today, it's not my fault, and I wish you the best. Very good luck to you, okay?
She's gone.
Please be safe, bitch.
Let's try the Coinbase. See if they'll answer.
Good morning, Stephanie Humphreys.
They want crypto. Morning, Stephanie. How are you today? You got any crypto for these guys? Nope, that one's down. Let's see here. I should have been looking for numbers while the video was playing, but I wasn't. Yeah, that might look like the same account, but I keep like hiding them and they keep using different names.
The person you are calling is currently...
Well, let's try a couple more. It's 10:12. I mean, there's got to be some people out there somewhere, but...
Oh, I just read a story, a parrot, right, like a bird. Mm-hmm. It opened the door and rescued a kangaroo. Well, it didn't rescue a kangaroo. It let a kangaroo out. The parrot learned how to open the door, and the kangaroo was being kept as a pet by people, and it helped the kangaroo escape.
Wow. Escape from where?
Louisiana.
Like,
so
it was in the zoo and it felt sorry for the kangaroo, so it freed it?
It wasn't in the zoo. It was in somebody's house, is my understanding. I think people were keeping the pet as a kangaroo, and the parrot kind of said, "This is ridiculous," and let the kangaroo out. And I think there's a kangaroo roaming around Louisiana right now, Baton Rouge area, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, how was that better for the kangaroo?
Well, I mean, that's always the, debatable question. I'm sure it was being treated nicely, but you're taking something out of its environment, and you're domesticating it. I don't know if the kangaroo wanted that. But
yeah, but running around Louisiana or whatever you said, Louisville or wherever, it's not an easy life for a kangaroo.
Not an easy life for anyone. I've been down there. I got lost in Louisiana, and the heat will kill you. And I was wandering around New Orleans, and I mean, that's a whole nother story. Yeah. I'm still paying that trip back. And that was about 10 years ago. And it's still not paid off. Yeah, that poor kangaroo. Not only is it going to be hot, it's going to go into debt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we wish that kangaroo good wishes no matter where it ends up.
Yeah, the best of luck to you, kangaroo.
Yeah. No, that's what its life has become. It migrates here from Australia and ends up getting lost in Louisiana. It's a sad story.
That is sad. Oh, sorry, I messed up your story.
I didn't even notice.
With my logic.
Sorry, the number you've requested cannot be dialed.
Oh, well, that's great. We love it when the scammer numbers go down, don't we?
Yeah, in the morning time, it's tough, but sometimes we get lucky.
But it's always better that they're out, like they're done. Dead.
I mean, it's always better to end the stream on a happy note, like raging at one of these idiots, than it is with a conversation like that. So it was smart to kind of break up that conversation, I think.
Hey, I'm proud of our wonderful conversations. We're super smart people with wonderful conversation skills.
I would agree. People's eyeballs. Yeah, that roo is on the loose still. Be careful. I know you're down that way.
Yep.
The Text Now subscriber you were trying to...
Snap.
Rude.
Very rude. Let's try like 2 or 3 more before we give up, before I have my breakfast. On.
Hello?
Yes.
Who's it? What are you doing?
Who is it?
I don't know. I thought we were done with the conversation. I have the phone next to me. I hear a little Indian guy chirping on my phone, sir. What can I do for you? Who are you?
I didn't got that.
I know you didn't got that. Tumhara asli naam kya hai, Chutiya?
मेरा असली नाम तेरी माँ की चूत है.
Oh, Terry? Nice to meet you, Terry.
Yeah, Jessica, I'll be on at some point. Tuesday, oh my god, this spot. Tuesday I try to go have my night people, so it might be a little bit later in the day, assuming I can get a number, but yeah. Also,
we normally have like 70 people in chat, and today our chat is full of the bots.
I know, it's so annoying. I'm gonna try that guy back, if he didn't block us. He didn't got that, Christina T said.
Yeah.
Son of your neighbor.
Hey, I didn't got
hey,
that.
You son of your neighbor, do not call me anymore.
Naked? Go ahead, please. Are you friends with Naked? Come clean, sir. Why are you flooding us with Naked? Sir? Hello. First, you're gonna send Naked to our chat, and then you're gonna flood us with this dead air nonsense. Come on, Chuthia, talk.
Okay. He said don't call anymore, so let's call him again. He sounded angry.
Right.
You have. You didn't got that, Christina. He's on, but he's not talking.
Hey, son of your neighbor, the person you're trying to reach is not available.
Hi,
Did
Mr.
you
Terry.
understand, son of your neighbor?
I didn't got that.
How many people you are?
Oh, I'm just one people, sir. You wanted me to call you again and again, you said, right? I didn't got that.
Yeah, you can
Not
do.
the whole thing.
You can do whatever you want, and what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna just sign out, you know? That's called
okay, that's good, right? No more victims for today, then. You're gonna sign out. My job is done. Mera naam TAGOW hai.
Like he expected that to be a threat to you. Like, I'm gonna sign out. Like you would be like,
right.
no,
music
please
to our
don't.
ears.
Yeah,
sign out.
Like you would be like, no, please don't sign out.
Right.
Let's try him again though. See if he signs out.
Naked overcomes objection like I've never seen a bot. He's very persistent.
That
exactly. Scam tunes.
Yeah, why was he talking about neighbor?
No idea. I didn't got that.
The subscriber you were trying to reach is not a.
I didn't get what he was saying about neighbor.
Was that a different number that you called from, or the same?
No, that's the same.
Try a different one. I want to see if he signed out.
Okay. Hold on, it might take me a minute. I'm currently out of money on my microsip, so I have to add more money when I get some more money. So I'm limited to my text now numbers.
Won't you be my neighbor?
Yeah, sorry, I can't get another number right now.
Oh, okay.
I have to put more money on my microsip. And I currently don't have any money to put on there, so as soon as I
don't have
get
my other
some,
phone even.
yeah.
I was gonna say I can call them from one of my phones and you can patch them through, but I'm outside right now, so I don't have that other phone.
Yeah, I'll have to put some more money on it. Let me try one more time.
Well, thank you so much, Lisa C.
Thank you, Lisa C. Appreciate that. So kind of you.
Sunset Shadow, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sunset.
The Text Now subscriber.
Really appreciate that. All right, well, that's a good way to end anyway. That was a good call, so I think it's time for my breakfast. Thank you so much today, too.
Thank you, Lisa C. Thank you, Sunset Shadow. Thank you, Naked Bot, for making an appearance about 1,000 times. Thank you, Raztaz.
Yeah. Thank you to, let me just do it in order, New Moon, Betty, Lisa C, and Sunset. Thank y'all so much for the super chats.
I totally missed New Moon and Betty. Thank you so much. Sorry. I haven't really been watching chat until now.
And Raz. Thank you so much, Raz. We really appreciate the support. And Kelly,
and thank you, Kelly.
Yeah, thank y'all so much. I really didn't say that for y'all to super chat. I'm sorry. But we super appreciate it. Thank you guys so much.
I'll say it again. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I will work on, it'll be on like 20
Hopefully nobody got that.
20 days before we get that to put on there, but I'll try to put it on as soon as I can. So thank y'all so much for all the support. And thanks, thank you for being here today. I know the show was a little different, but it was great talking to Sven. He was basically our guest. So
yeah, Sven was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had Sven and again, Naked made about 1,000 different appearances. So make sure you go check out Naked's link. If I mean, the mods are right on top of it, and they delete it very quickly. But thank you, Stephanie Humphreys.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Yeah.
And I went
all in all, pretty good.
Yeah, I went to one of the channels during the show, and he had like 4 subscribers, which is which is more than the Morning Scam Show channel has, I think.
Yep. If we can post a link to Naked, let's all go show him some love.
Raz, thank you Raz. So much. Yes, and thank you to the mods, Mary, Betty, Take, of course, Sven, Chester when he's here, Stephanie. If I missed any, sorry. But thank y'all so much. We really appreciate the mods. Couldn't do it without y'all. I know you guys had a busy day today, so super appreciate it. But thank y'all all so much. And we will be back on Thursday with Whiskey Scambaiter. I'll be on Twitch later today at some point. I actually have somebody today that's going to be working in the call center, like that is coordinating with me, and hopefully we're going to get him on the phone while he's working, and he's like our double agent. You know what I mean? Like he's going to give me the number, the information. So hopefully that works out, but obviously we can't promise because we don't know how it'll work out, if he'll be able to get me the number or anything. And so I'll be on Twitch at some point today, and then I'll be on Twitch tomorrow, and then we'll be back on Thursday with Whiskey Scambaiter.
And hopefully Chester Drawers will join us, because man, I got a bone to pick with that gentleman. He's the reason why I have to be up all night listening to these damn fireworks. It's his fault I'm in this mess.
Yeah. So we will be confronting Chester about his revolution and how we had to break free of him on Thursday.
Yep.
All right, love you guys. Thank y'all so much. You guys have a great day.
Bramble, you joined us too late, but
yeah,
or maybe you were here and I just missed the chat. So good to see you, Bramble Rose.
Yep, for sure. All right. Y'all have a great day. Love y'all. Bye.
I didn't got that.
You are connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers. And man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again. No help.